Good morning, viewers and fans of European cricket and cricket from around the world. It's wonderful to have your company again, and welcome to Day 3 of the Central Euro Cup here in Prague at the lovely Vinor ground, just on the outskirts of Prague. I'm Phil G. I'll be one of your commentators today, one of the so-called experts here in the Czech Republic. And we welcome your company today. I'm joined today, as I always am, by Danny Hudacek, the super coach, the man with the plan, and the man with all the answers. And Danny, last day, final day of the CE Cup tournament. It's been a wonderful tournament, but we've still got 2 games to go, and we've got a couple of crackers for everyone to see.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a really good game here. First up between Luxembourg and the Czech Republic. And Luxembourg, the news from the toss is that Luxembourg won the toss and elected to bowl. It'll give the opportunity for some of these Czech players who haven't had much of a bat to build an innings for the final game this afternoon. Luxembourg still no chance of winning the tournament. They can sneak into second place with a good victory here against the Czech Republic, and they came pretty close against Austria yesterday.
They did. It was a shame about we had the rain delay yesterday and the afternoon match. Those who are on the chat and who are watching, they will be well aware we had a 2-hour delay. We did get the match finished. Luxembourg was set a target of 120 runs in 10 overs, which effectively we all started talking about was a T10 innings. However, Luxembourg, not having a lot of experience in T10 and obviously up against it under those conditions, weren't able to rein in the runs. But yeah, they'll be looking to bounce back this morning to take something home with them, a consolation prize of a victory over the host nation. They'll be gunning for that prize, I guarantee. And interesting to note that the team who's won the toss in all 3 mornings here has put the opposition in to bat. Obviously a bit of a tactic there, and we can understand that. Conditions this morning, the sun is breaking through, which is lovely to see. There's still a bit of cloud about. I don't think there was any overnight rain. If there was, it was absolutely slight. We do have a slightly unfavourable forecast for later today, but look, fingers crossed. And the thing we love about this cricket ground of Vinor is it seems to exist in its own little microcosm, and despite rain forecasts for Prague, Vinor often gets away with it. So we are almost set to go. There's the openers there for the Czech Republic. Looks like we've got Dylan Steyn and Savon Divisi out there, the stable pair who've done very well in this tournament and previous tournaments as an opening pair. And the Luxembourg team are almost set to go as well. Looks like William Cope will be starting at the southern end.
Yeah, he's been good this tournament as Cope. We're bowling to Savon Divisi, who yesterday actually is now the holder of 2 world records. He's got the highest average in T20 internationals. He's just ahead of Virat Kohli, which is something to say. And also, he's got the slowest strike rate of any player to hit 100. And he beat, I think it was Rohit Sharma.
Rohit Sharma, that was it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and Dylan Steyn's also a world record holder, and he's hit 100 in Malta. He hit 17 fours, which is also a world record. So, I mean, of course, you would consider the level being played at. It was a full toss by Cope, just hit down the ground by Divisi, and the Czechs are off the mark. But these 2 batsmen have impressed so far. Divisi with a nice 100 yesterday. Dylan Steyn, 25, was looking pretty solid before he got a good one.
Yeah, he was striking the ball beautifully, wasn't he? I think he had 4 boundaries in that 25, and every one of them was just perfectly executed, placement square of the wicket. He's a quality actor, Dylan Steyn, and he's a wonderful partner for Savon Divisi at the top order for the Czech team.
Yes, and the 2 umpires, Richard Eames from Luxembourg, and also Chris Tebb from the Czech Republic, out there. In fact, it's
Sunil, like
Sunil from Germany.
Yeah, that's Sunil from Germany. Yep.
And that's called a wide. Pesky left-handers.
Yeah, Luxembourg will be very hungry this morning for a win. Absolutely no doubt. They will have a long drive back to Luxembourg via Germany later on today. They'll want to take this victory with them.
Absolutely. It's a slightly slower ball. It's hitting to the covers. Just to be a single. Nice stop out there.
And on the flip side of the coin, the Czechs will be looking to claim a victory here to give them a shot at taking the trophy at the end of the day. Gets them into contention to draw level with Austria. And who knows what can happen in the final game then?
Look, absolutely. It's Cope bowls to Visi. Yeah, the Czechs do have a chance of picking up the trophy. They had a very narrow loss to Austria, one that they probably should have won. Actually, they dropped a couple of catches late. It was very blustery conditions, but I think Austria got out of jail a little bit with that game. Comes Cope again, and that's cut away straight to the man at cover. Too well hit to take a single.
From the keeper there.
But Austria's victory yesterday against Luxembourg pumped up their run rate quite a bit.
Yeah.
It was unfortunate that it was they had that rain delay, and we went down to a 10-over match. Actually, they'd bowled, I think, 11 overs or 12 overs.
Yeah, 12.1 overs was what got bowled. Yeah.
And they'd hit 112 because of DRS. That pumped up the score for Luxembourg to get 120 off 10 overs. So yeah, the DRS was fair enough though, because they would have probably accelerated the scoring. But the way Luxembourg were batting, they had a lot more intent. I think they could have come close to any score that Luxembourg had posted. Sorry, that Austria had posted. This one's just pushed out the point just for a single. But a watchful start by these two.
Yeah, I had a quick chat to the Luxembourg manager this morning, Madhu, about that innings they had yesterday. We'll talk about the T10 thing, the fact that Luxembourg haven't played a lot of T10. It's not something that they've really been introduced to yet, but something they want to get into. And that innings yesterday, he agreed with me that it was encouraging signs from the batsmen that they showed intent, they got into it.
Yep.
And it was good to see the Barker brothers up top sort of get a few runs, because they haven't done a lot. And even he felt that they'd missed out in this tournament.
Yep.
And there were some good signs from the Luxembourg batting in that very short innings. Yes, they didn't make the runs, but they were showing a lot more intent than the previous two innings.
Yeah, look, absolutely. The first day they were just a bit tentative, and they missed timing, especially Girish, who batted well yesterday. Was just not timing the ball on the first day, but you're right, it showed a lot more intent. They had to go for it. They had nothing to lose, really. So at the end of the over, actually we'll just check the score for you.
Looks like 5 for no loss after the first over.
5 for no loss, indeed.
And just a little bit of medical news coming out of Luxembourg camp as well. We asked about Vikram, who pulled up with a bit of a shoulder injury the other day. Still not playing today.
It's been flicked away, and that's 4 runs. Just picked it up with his toes and hit it just a backward square leg for the first boundary of the day. And still in stain. The bowler is Pankaj Malav, who was very good yesterday.
It's a very strong square. The wicket is Dylan Stain.
He is very strong.
He's clipped that very nice. Yeah, Vikram, who went down on his shoulder in follow-through, I think on day one. He was pulled up very, very sore. The word from Luxembourg camp is he's 60% match fit, which means he's not going to get a game today, and he'll see his physicians when he gets back home, and hopefully he'll be right for the qualifiers.
He's an important player for Luxembourg as well. So
yeah, very
miss
important.
out. Just give someone else an opportunity to impress.
Yeah, and if he's tuning in, listening, obviously we wish him well, and look forward to seeing his performance in the World Cup qualifiers coming up in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah, that's the more important tournament, I think, for Luxembourg and also for the Czech Republic.
Yeah, I think a lot of nations around the globe are looking forward to those. Give themselves a chance at some glory, which is ultimately what they're here for.
Yeah, we discussed in the World Cup qualifiers. This one's just pushed into the covers, just no run. I did it easy. I was chatting with Marek the medic about the World Cup qualifiers and the Czech path to the 2024 World Cup. It's going to be a difficult journey, but we've got a good chance of getting out of the group against some very good sides. Norway is probably the favourite to head that group. They have Norway, France.
That's right. Yeah.
I think it's Switzerland and Estonia.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Norway probably the favourite to get out of that group of the qualifiers. France are a bit of an unknown quantity though, because they don't have an ICC ranking at the moment, even though they've played quite a bit of cricket, and that's a bit of a shot at the stumps. Just a single there to Stain. So they're not quite as well known probably as the other teams to the Czech team. But there's a good chance of getting out of that group. They have to play well though. Let's bring back to this tournament. Oh, this is in the air, could be out and taken, and that's Davisi gone. He's gone cheaply.
Well, they've got the danger man out, haven't they? Wow. There you go, Luxembourg with a breakthrough, and you can see how important that breakthrough was to them to get rid of the very dangerous and in-form sub-1 Davisi, who that ball got up on him and it took a top edge, skied, and a relatively simple catch, but a very important catch taken there. And wow, yeah, they're a bit pumped now.
Yeah, very pumped. That's a good breakthrough. And bring out another debutant. It's Krunty, who has been pushed into the team. He's been 12th man earlier in the tournament, and he's been given an opportunity. Krunty on debut here for the Czech Republic. Krunty can be devastating if he gets going. I think his consistency is the key for Krunty. But brings a right-hander to out into the middle. Very strong batting team to the Czechs. Sazia Boyan missing out, and Smith Patel also. So Sonny Clefane is back in the team. Hope to see him bowl as well later on. And it will be Cope bowling to Dylan Stain. It's the last ball of Muller's over, and the Czechs 12 for 1 after 2 overs.
Well, this will be a test of character for the Czech team. Let's losing sub-1 Divisi that early. It's Dylan Stain's gonna be stepping up, and as you say, this is a good chance to have a look at Krunty.
Yeah, look, Krunty's a very good batsman, very talented, and he's strong both sides of the wicket. This one's hit straight down the ground and just a single. So hopefully he can get going, because he's fantastic to watch if he gets himself in. But his consistency is the key, and we'll see him on the ECN in the European Cricket Series a few times.
He's got a cracking good opportunity right here. It's early on in the innings. The breeze has dropped as compared to yesterday and the day before. A little bit of cloud about, but it's perfect sight, perfect vision here at the moment. Cope trundles in and left alone.
Yeah, well watched there from Krunty.
Yeah, having a bit of look. As we say, it's his first chance to show us his batting here in this tournament, and yeah, just a little bit watchful there on that first ball. Fair enough.
It's interesting to see he'll fill that number 3 spot for the Czech Republic. He's still experimenting a little bit. This one's been hit straight. Good fielding by Tim Barker.
A wonderful bit of fielding there. If they'd have gotten past him, my record would have gone all the way to the boundary.
I think it would.
Yeah, sort of a bit of a mistimed pull there. Didn't go as square as he probably would have liked.
Yeah, look, the Czech Republic, they've got their openers pretty set, I think, in Davisi and Stain. Number 3, it's a bit of a toss-up, and for the qualifiers. A few names being mentioned. Now it's pushed out towards deep point. Just be a single, I think, or they'll come back for 2. And well run.
Yeah, very well run.
In fact, it's 4 runs.
It's gone to the boundary. Okay. We're a bit sort of off-sighted here, aren't we, on that long boundary? It's the furthest one away from us. I can't quite see the rope as the curve of the ground sort of stops me from seeing it. So yeah, 4 runs to Dylan Stain. Very well placed.
Yeah, he's strong in that area. He's also strong on the leg side, and they've got both spots covered for Stain. And this one's been hit to mid-on just for a single. Yeah, that number 3 spot for the Czech Republic. Krunty being given an opportunity. There's also Vashak and Sharan, who are touted for that spot, and I think it strengthens the team. They're all very solid batsmen to come in at number 3. Then Arun Ashokan and Sudesh Vikramasekara, Hrithik Tomar. It's a good lineup as Cope comes in again. This one's been pushed past Gully and does very well there, the fielder. That was heading towards the boundary. Saved a few runs.
Yeah, he got a fingertip on that, didn't he? And he helped his fellow fielder get across there and cut the ball off and restrict that one and make sure the boundary wasn't scored. And that's a good start from both teams there. 20 for 1 after 3 overs. That's a pretty good start from both. I think they're both filling each other out. The Czech batsmen are showing a bit of intent here. Dylan's placing the ball very nicely. His timing is looking very, very good. Obviously, they've lost Sabon Divisi pretty cheaply in the previous over. And William Cope, his bowling is as good as we've seen. Solid performer and a wonderful player. And they'll be looking for him to deliver a couple more overs probably later on to try to restrict the total that they will have to chase later on this morning.
They've done a good job already to restricting the total by dismissing the very dangerous Sabon Divisi. Yes, Mullov again. He'll be bowling to Crunty. As the bowler comes in now. And this one's dabbed down. Let's get a single down to man at very fine third man. It's almost I'd say it's a fly slip more than anything.
Yeah,
it's a pretty good position, I think, in this form, because batsmen do sometimes have a slash outside off stump. You'll see a couple of catches taken there. There's one very good catch taken by the Austrians and on the first day.
That's right, the ball had almost gone behind the fielder when he stretched out the mitt and it stuck. That was a great catch.
Yeah, a really, really good catch. So Mullov bottom to the left-hander, Dylan Stain. And just played back down to the bowler.
It's well bowled. Mullov running with a bit of pace here, trying to generate a bit extra pace and trying to pick up another wicket to put the Czech team on the back foot here, doing the job for his skipper and his team.
It's been played to mid-off, just a single. Yeah, it's a little bit breezy again today. I don't know if you can hear the tent rattling. Could do a bit of a lube job on these tent poles. And it's a little brisk as well.
Yeah, I haven't gone for the jacket yet, but I see you have, and actually everyone else has as well. Maybe I should go for the jacket.
It's been hit down, just a nice little delicate cut shot to point. Grunty looking okay at the moment, not trying to hit the ball too hard.
Actually, I'm looking away, but way behind the chateau, way in the distance. You can actually see a little bit of moisture in the air as some heavy rain's falling. But that's a good 10-15 miles to the north of us. That's a long way away, and that's not going to affect us at all.
There's a bowler again. Stain pushes it nicely towards deep point, and they'll just get the one. It's James Barker out there who's got a very good arm. Bring Cranty back on strike. Dylan Stain 16 off 11, a couple of fours. Score 24 for 1. One ball left in this fourth over. Of course, there's a 6-over power play, so a couple of overs left for the field restrictions. And just dab down and a little bit of confusion. And very well run in the end.
They're pretty quick between the wickets, these two.
Very quick.
That was a very quick swing. I mean, it went straight to the fielder, and it didn't go slow either. So 4 overs down, 25 for 1 for the Czech Republic. And slowly building a bit of a score just after that their loss of Sub 1 Divisi very early on. Maybe sort of rattled them a little bit, but Crunty's finding his form. He's finding the middle of the bat. And Dylan Stain is he's looking pretty good at the moment. But I got to say, so far in this tournament, he's always looked pretty good when he's out there in the centre. His timing, his placement is very good. And obviously the Czechs will be looking for him to kick on and take them up to a very competitive score.
Yeah, look, I think it's a watchful start. It's pretty even at the moment, but with T20s, you do have that ability to pump the score up in the second half of the innings. So the power play is not as important as would be in maybe a T10. Comes Cope again. This one's down leg side, been turned around the corner. It's very fast down that part of the ground. I think it'll reach the boundary. Good effort from the fielder, and he's stopped it. That's a fantastic effort there.
That's awesome.
They'll come back for 3, but saved a run. Really, really good effort there from the Luxembourg fielder.
I thought that was going to run away for him for all money, but he's the fielder out there has dived full length and ripped it back and saved a run. I mean, that shows some fantastic intent in the field from the Luxembourg team. Generous applause from his teammates there. Yeah, Crunty didn't quite get all of that, but it was a short ball, and I think Cope might have gotten away with that one.
Yeah, look, it's a very fast part of the ground as well.
It is.
Comes Cope bowling to Stain, who charges him, hits him straight, and that's 4 runs. Lovely shot.
Was a lovely shot. Didn't have to smack the cover off the ball. It was more just placement and timing and lofted over the infield. Very safe shot. There's no one deep beyond mid-on and mid-off. It was always going to be a safe shot as long as he middled it and didn't get a leading edge. And he did exactly that. Lovely strike from Dylan Stain. Well-deserved boundary there.
Well, Luxembourg have done their homework on Stain because they do have their 2 men back square of the wicket, one at deep point and one at deep square leg. So they watched his innings yesterday, and I think they've seen where to place their field. But Stain is hitting straighter now. They'll look for 2. They should get it comfortably.
Yeah, through
in fact, they might even get
there.
3.
Ooh.
And they don't. It's wires. Good throw there. Hit the stumps. But
yeah, good recovery from the fielder there. To slight little fumble, but he got the ball back in very quick to stop any chance of a 3rd.
Yeah. So as I said, they've done their homework on Stain. But Stain, the previous ball with the boundary, charged down the wicket and hit it over the infield. It's good thinking. He's a clever cricketer, is Dylan Stain.
Yeah, he's got a very big gap there on his leg side through the mid wicket.
That's well bowled by Cope.
Yeah, as long as Cope's keeping an offside attack, he'll be fine. They have stacked the offside quite heavily, as we've seen a fair bit in this tournament. And yeah, on the leg side, you've got someone just square, maybe backward a square in a regulation position, a sweeper on the boundary at deep mid wicket, and a mid on, but no one else.
Squeezed out to cover, shy at the stumps. Oh, there were a couple backing up. Would have been okay, but good work by the bowler to stop that. That was a very well taken single. It was hit pretty hard to the cover fieldsman.
Yeah, Will and Cope there just having a look at his right hand. He stopped the ball with it. Probably would have smarted a little bit. In this sort of a little bit of a cool morning this morning to start things off. That'll wake you up. That'll put jam on your toast.
And Crunty's gone towards mid wicket, and that's 4 runs. He got one in the slot, and didn't quite get all of it. A little bit inside edgy, but that's 4 runs, first boundary for Crunty.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he got enough of that, but you're right. He didn't quite perfectly middle that, but it's vacant out there once you get over the infield, and he had enough on it to take it all the way to the boundary for what is it for? That's 39 for 1 after 5. Czech batsmen have now got the run rate up to 7.8 per over. They're going along nicely.
Yeah, it's looking okay at the moment for the Czechs. 8 and over. They need a wicket here to Luxembourg. There's still plenty of game left, or innings left in this for the Czech Republic to pump up the score, but it's also all for Luxembourg to get a few wickets and get into the middle order of the Czech Republic team.
Yeah, and we saw in the last game the middle order of Czech Republic stumbled ever so slightly. Probably a bit more than slightly, actually. We haven't seen a big innings from Sudesh or from Riddick Tomar. And Luxembourg will be absolutely chomping at the bit to get into that middle order, as you say, Danny.
Yeah, for sure. And they're a very competitive side, Luxembourg. A little bit undermanned with Vikesh out. So dab down the point, no run. Vikram, sorry.
Yeah, I feel they're missing Vikram as well. Just another string in their bow for their bowling attack, but also an incredibly handy and talented batsman in the middle order as well.
Absolutely. Here comes Malab again. He's bowled pretty well. It's been driven straight, and they'll take a nice single as well. I think they might have got him there if he hit.
Yeah, there's a few oohs from the capacity crowd and from the players there. They reckon they might have gotten close to having him.
Yeah, the grandstand looking a bit empty.
Oh, the grandstand is empty. I thought we had someone sitting in the grandstand.
Well, it might have been.
That's a real shame. Yeah, there's space here at the ground if anyone wants to come down. The grandstand, it does have a small capacity, but we're more than happy to accommodate you if you can come down to the ground.
There's our grandstand.
It's missing its cover. I think in the wind that hit us on Monday night, the covers are somewhere over in the next village. If you spot them, please bring them back.
It's been dabbed down by Cranty, just down to the point area. Another single. Very watchful start from Cranty, but I think he's starting to time the ball quite nicely. Dylan Stain, 24 of 17. He's three boundaries so far. They're not looking entirely comfortable, the Czechs, but it's a very watchful start, not taking too many risks. Been pretty disciplined bowling so far from the Luxembourg side. It's just dabbed out and no run.
Yeah, they haven't offered up too many loose deliveries to the Czech batsmen, have they? It has been a very dismal start. Malev, I thought, was my pick this morning. William Cope is always Mr. Dependable in that when he opens the bowling. He has gone for a few in a couple of the early games against Austria, but today, Mr. Dependable for me.
Well, Mohit Dixit is the bowler who took over from Malev, bowling left arm around. He's been very good for Luxembourg in this tournament. This one's pushed down through the gully area just for a single, and he's been very good, Mohit Dixit, I think, and changes that angle, comes to left arm around. You don't often see that, and he comes around the wicket to both the right hander and the left hander.
Yeah, we were talking yesterday about the effect that the slower bowlers have had in this tournament, and yeah, I think if when you look at the numbers and the stats and the wickets and where they've gone, the slower bowlers have definitely had a very good tournament over the pace bowlers.
Absolutely.
And Mohit Dixit is case in point of exactly that. He has been very good.
He is a slow medium pace, but quite, that's a bit of an appeal there, and not out. Be given leg by, I think. Or no, it's actually off the bat, a little inside edge. Yeah, Mohit Dixit, I wouldn't call him he's not the slowest bowler in the world, he's not the fastest, he's just bang on line, and with that angle as well, coming left arm around, he's very, very handy. So there was, I'm not sure if it was called a leg by actually, but well.
It was called a leg by, okay.
I
didn't see a signal from the umpire myself.
I'm not sure if the scorers, was that a leg by? They're right next to us. It was off the bat. Yeah. It's,
okay.
So on the score that we're looking at, it's called a leg by, but it's not. Yeah, and you're probably watching Cricket Heroes. So Cranty, he's on 14 rather than 13 off 10.
End of the power play.
End of the power play.
43 for 1 there, Danny. And the Czech team going just over 7 and over. Again, quite watchful. Conditions are, again, a little bit cool. Breeze is picking up occasionally. But not too bad for cricket this time of day on a Sunday morning.
It's a bit short, just dab down again into that gully area. He's been very watchful as Cranty. He can definitely accelerate, as can Dylan Stain. But don't need to at the moment. It's only 6 overs down. The power play is gone. There are lots of singles out there. And the new bowler is Ankush Nanda. He's off the long run. Is Ankush.
You know, that is quite a long run for a medium pacer, isn't it?
Sometimes it's to do with rhythm. And if he likes that, it's a good ball.
If that works for him.
If it works for him, it works for him.
Absolutely.
So,
I mean, back in the day when I used to bowl, Danny, my run-in was, a shuffling 3 metres or something, wasn't it? If I tried to go any further than that, I'd have to call for a drink halfway through my run-up. I tried a long run-up once, and I swear to God, I started seeing dots in front of my eyes by the time I got to the bowling crease. So I would literally stand a couple of metres behind the umpire and shuffle in. I found, again, it's about a bowler finding what's comfortable for them for their delivery.
Yeah, absolutely. Here comes again. It's just hit out. Just miss-hit slightly by Stain. Just a single. Again,
it's good bowling though, isn't it?
Very good bowling.
Very tight bowling from the Luxembourg bowlers. They've got a plan, and I think they're executing it quite well. The run rate is hasn't jumped out like it did yesterday. It's now just gone below 7, and yeah, Dylan Stain and Grunty are finding it a little bit difficult to pierce the field and get anything more than 1s and 2s at the moment.
Yes, that's going to be called a wide, I think.
That will be called a wide.
Yeah, Grunty's been good since he's come out. He's steadied the ship after the early wicket. Dylan Stain more aggressive of the two batsmen. That's still very watchful. But
yeah, just in that couple of overs ago, there was a return throw to the bowler's end, and William Cope took the ball just on the fleshy part of the right hand. He's just getting a little bit of attention on the boundary line here in front of us. He looks all right though.
Oh, this has been hit.
And that looks
There's no
even better.
player out there because it's well over the boundary there from Grunty. Lovely shot. That's what he can do.
It's on its way to the car park, that one.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I was just mentioning that William Cope, he's still moving around okay. He's asking for the cold spray again, but that shot looked even better. Lovely strike, clean, got all of that. And it wasn't a massive swipe. It was just a well-placed, lofted shot. Very square, big 6.
What I've liked about Grunty's innings so far is that I know that we've seen him quite a few times on the with the ECS games, and it's only a 10-over game, and he tends to rush into playing big shots. Here he's played himself in, and so once pushed out towards the man at deep point, and just be a single. But he's played himself into an innings, and he's very, very dangerous when he gets in. Is Grunty? We can get him early. And this is when he plays false shots. A little bit like Dylan Stain as well, where he plays just good cricket shots and can hit to all parts of the ground. So see if Ankush can get Stain, who again just pushes it out. They're pitching it right up to Stain. It's again a very dangerous batsman to bowl to. It's good on both sides of the wicket. So at the end of 7 overs, the Czech Republic 54 for 1. It's a pretty good start for the Czechs. Luxembourg, after the early wicket of Davisi, haven't been able to break through. 11 off that over from Nanda. Mohit Dixit though, he's bowling quite tightly. Only 3 off his first over. He'll want to keep that up just to dry the runs up, put a bit of pressure on the batsman. Still 13 overs to go in this game though, in this innings. So plenty of time for the Czechs to mount a big total. Lots of batting to come as well. Comes Dixit, bowling to Stain. And squeezed out again, no run. That man at short cover. Grunty had to dart back. I think he's okay. He just put his hand up after falling over, trying to get back into his crease. And sticks it again. And that's down leg side, a little bit loose from the bowler. But what do you make of the start of the from the Czech Republic?
It's very cautious, but then they're facing, aside from a couple of wides here and there, a very disciplined bowling attack from Luxembourg, who know that they really need to get on top here. Luxembourg, they need to force the issue if they're going to try to keep the Czech team to a chaseable total. I think the bowlers done a wonderful job. There has been a couple of loose deliveries, of course they have. You get that, but yeah, I've been really impressed with Luxembourg. As Stain just dabs that away just behind point. They're going to scamper through for 2. That's very well run by the batsman there. Very well run. Yeah. Generous applause from the dugout as well. That should have been 1 only.
Very good between the wickets, these two.
Yeah, no, lovely stuff there. It was a delicately placed dab, and it's all about placement. I say this about Dylan Stain quite a lot, but I enjoy watching him bat because his placement and timing is quite good. He's a quality player. And then you can also do that as well. Although it's not going to quite get to the boundary line, it bounces once into the hands of the fielder, who rifles the throw in, and just a single out there for that lofted shot. Didn't get all of that, unfortunately, for Dylan. If he had have, it'd probably still be travelling towards the car park as we speak.
Been Cranty on strike. Dixit. As I said, he's been bowling pretty well, as Moe Dixit. Just dab down again to that pointy area. They're getting lots of singles there. And just ticking the score over. That's what they need. They need just these singles that are very easy to come by at the moment for the Czech Republic. Also the odd boundary. And they'll keep this run rate up. And look at some big hitting coming up with Ashokan, Vikramasekara and also Tomar. And just dab down again, that gully area. Good solid batting.
It's a good opportunity now to say hello to all of our friends in the chat who've joined us this morning on this brisk Sunday morning here in Prague. I see Sri Kohler in the chat and Liam Day. Great to have you two back with us again today. Thanks for your support over this tournament. It's been wonderful to have you there. I'm sure Keanu Nolan's in there as well. I haven't actually seen him say hello yet, but Keanu's always there. Unless we had a bit of a late one last night, didn't he? I think he was up to about 3 in the morning chatting with us. Yeah. So I'm sure he's thereabouts.
It's a little dusty this morning. Oh, it's got a chance for a run out if it hits and the keeper gets in the way.
I don't think I've seen that before. Yes, the poor old Eustace he's run in front of the stumps and he's stopped the ball from hitting the stumps with his pad, which probably might have saved maybe an extra overthrow if it had a miss. I couldn't tell if it's going to hit or not from this angle. But yeah, Eustace is walking a little bit gingerly as well.
Just Sri Kohler in the chat talking about Marcus Cope, who's a very good spinner for the Luxembourg side, the brother of William Cope. And they're missing him because he is a very talented player. He's studying in the UK at the moment, so he's unavailable for this trip. But he would have been a welcome addition to this side. And we've got William Cope in front of us, and he's holding his hand.
Yeah, he's looking quite uncomfortable after that, where he stopped the ball. Yeah, he's still wringing his hand. That was from 3 overs ago.
Might need some magic spray. He's right in front of us, so he might ask him.
William,
Will,
do you need some magic spray?
It's right there. It's right there.
You sure, mate?
Yeah.
We've got a medic guy right here. I can see you're a little bit uncomfortable.
We've offered.
Okay, mate.
Just offered William some magic spray, and he turned to me and he said, "Don't sing that bloody song again, mate." But we've got Marek standing by. Sure, you're okay? All right. Yeah. No worries. Yeah, no, we don't want to see any more injuries to the Luxembourg players. I mean, William's a very important bowler for them, very talented player. We just noticed that he's right in front of the commentary here. He's just wringing his hand from a couple of overs ago where he stopped a potential couple of overthrows while for his bowling.
Oh.
Wow, it's been swatted with disdain, absolutely disdain over cow corner boundary for maximum there from Cranty. What a great shot.
Yeah, lovely shot. Crank's just a bit short and wide, and he dragged it from outside off stump. Did Cranty. Big hello to Keanu Nolan.
Oh, there
as
he
well.
is. Yep. G'day, Keanu. Thanks for being with us again. Thanks for looking after the chat for this tournament, mate. We really appreciate it. We hope you're doing well over there in Sydney.
See if the bowler can reply. It's short and it's rubbish and it's been put away. And it's another 4 runs. Lovely shot there from Cranty. Just waited for it. Hooked it away for 4. Didn't try to overhit it either. And Nande's getting it all wrong at the moment in this over. So
Yeah.
been an expensive one. Only 2 balls gone. He's 10 already with the first 2 balls.
Yeah, Ankash Nanda, he's just not got his radar in, has he? A couple of wides, 6 and a 4. This over's still got 4 balls left. And Cranty's seen the ball really well right now.
He's not overhitting it either. It's for the Czechs' sake, I hope it continues because he is very, very good to watch. And this one's going to be called probably sort of wide, and it's going to be 5.
It's going to be 5 wides.
Well, I thought it might have been off the pitch actually, but must have passed the batsman, and this is not a good over from Nanda. It's looking expensive already.
Yeah, we're watching William Cope, more experienced player, just running in, maybe just throwing a few words of encouragement his way. He's also having a word to the umpire. Maybe he wants to get a bit of medical help. Yeah, that hand is really bothering William. But I think the other problem that Luxembourg got at the moment is Ankash Nanda. He needs to get his radar back into place.
Well, that's a better ball, that sort of stump. That's him. Gets the batsman reaching.
Yeah, much better. Yeah, this is interesting time here now for Luxembourg. They need to step up and pick up a wicket or two to stem the flow of runs, because Kranti has overtaken Dylan Steyn in the scoring, and he's starting to look very, very dangerous now with a couple of monster strikes.
That's a nice dab down there. Fielder does well. Just a single down there to the gully area. They've both been very strong, these batsmen down in that area. I've just got singles, but regular singles. Brings Steyn back on strike. Both batsmen in the 30s now. Still, this is the 9th over. I think they'll start to accelerate soon. Run rate now creeping just over 9 and over. It's been a good run here for the Czechs. See if Nanda get a wicket though to bring Luxembourg back into the fold. Just been dabbed down, no run, well played and good fielding.
That's better from Nanda. Funny enough, he's actually looking more comfortable bowling to the left-hander than the right-hander. Bowling against Grunty, he's been bowling. Well, he's bowled 3 wides this over. One of them went for an additional 4, and Grunty took him for a 6 and a 4 as well. So he's struggling against the right-hander.
A little margin for error though, because if he gets it too much on leg side, it's going to be whipped away. That one's just pushed out again, no run. And they'll take an overthrow, a bit loose there from the fielder. Yeah, I was just saying that there's a man at short backward square leg, or backward square leg I guess, and another deep in wicket. And if Nanda gets it wrong, Dylan Steyn's very strong in that area and can flick it over for a boundary.
Certainly can. That's 9 overs gone, and the Czech Republic are 80 for 1. Motoring along just under 9 runs and over, and threatening to blow this game apart with a big score here in this innings. Luxembourg, all the pressure's on them now to pick up a wicket and stem the flow of runs. They need to put the brakes on here if they're going to have a total that they will consider chaseable. They haven't blown everybody away with their scoring thus far in this tournament, and it's something where they really need to focus on. The last 5 overs have gone for 11 runs per over. That's 55 off the last 5 overs. This partnership itself has yielded 68 of 42 balls, and these two are doing the job for the Czech Republic.
Yeah, look, it's they need a wicket here, Luxembourg, and they need to get into this the middle order of the Czech Republic. But there's, as I said before, there's a lot of really good batting to come, and Kranti has been given an opportunity here by the skipper Aaron Ashokan, and he's really capitalising. 34 off 19, 2 4s, 2 6s. Been very solid as Kranti. Dylan Steyn playing a bit of an anchor role, but we'll see how this innings eventuates. Still 11 overs to go, and 80 the score. Looking to mount a big total.
Just a slight pause here. Just in front of us, William Cope's getting a bit of tape put on that very sore hand of his that he's got, and just a little drink there for the Czech players who are just returning to their creases now. Umpires are keen to get this game restarted, but William just needs a few more seconds. I think the third umpire is just keeping an eye on things as well. He was definitely in a lot of discomfort for the last couple of overs, and I think he would have seen it in his last over where he had to stop a throw that was coming in. Would have gone for overthrows, and he took it very hard on the fleshy part of the palm. And that stings. On a morning like this, that stings a little bit extra as well. He's been taped up. He's running out in the field, and we're going to get a restart now.
The change of bowler as well. And it's Shivkaran Gill, who's put in the attack after a very good spell from Moe Dixit. I'm sure they'll keep him to the for the end of the innings. He didn't take a wicket, but only went for 10 off his 2 overs, which is very good bowling.
Yeah, I think you're right, Danny. I think they will keep him for the back end of this innings. because he has bowled very economically, and he said it earlier. He's been very impressive in this tournament.
Interesting to see who they bowl next. And this one's been flicked behind the batsman. That's actually
gonna
going
run,
to
I
be 4
think.
runs. Just a little delicate glance down there. A nice shot there from Dylan Stain, the left-hander. Just a bit too leg side there from the bowler.
Yeah, he's just straight onto the pads, and Dylan was never going to miss that. Just gave it a nice little tickle around the corner. It's completely vacant there. The two fieldsmen who were converging were coming from a good 60 metres away, literally, and they were never going to catch that, even though it trickled over the line when it finally got there. Lovely stuff.
So just dab down into the gully area again. They've got a lot of runs down there, both these batsmen, to that the gully area, and they're just taking singles, and they're moving the field around, and it's causing a bit of disruption to the Luxembourg team. Yeah, the skipper Just has to remind them that they've got a right-hander on strike now.
And can we say from Danny and myself and everyone here at Vinor, a big good morning to Luke Belgium, who's just popped up in the chat. In lurking mode. Fair enough, mate.
Oh, that was a good effort there.
That almost caused the wicket.
He, made good ground, got a hand to it.
So yes, Luke, thank you for your nod for Czech Cricket for the coverage. We appreciate your support as well. Thank you very much. Yeah, almost affected wicket there. That could have been close. Fieldsman throwing himself full length.
This one's been tucked around the corner. Didn't quite time it. It's a keeper chasing it. They should get 2 though. And well run there. In fact, they might get another one. Oh, he slipped there, Dylan Stain.
How unfortunate.
And, probably wasn't the best idea. It was William Cope who picked up the ball. He's got a good arm. So, but it was just tucked around the corner. It was the skipper Mies who chased it. And
his throw was just a little bit wild, but as we saw there, Dylan just couldn't get out of the blocks and the foot slipped, but probably lucky for him in some respects.
Tucked around the corner again. It's going towards a boundary. I'm not sure if it's going to get there.
I reckon that'll get pulled up.
And it's a long chase. And
and they've left it for each other. Literally 1 inch from the boundary line. It actually didn't make the boundary line. It stopped. And maybe that confused the two fielders who were converging, and they both left it for each other. Cricket is a gentleman's game, and you do leave it for the other person. Of course you do. Wonderful stuff there. But good shot from Dylan. They might have to plug that gap when he's back on strike.
There's a question in the chat from Saif Mohammed. Any chance for Luxembourg? Yes, absolutely.
Of course.
They're a very
Always
good
a chance.
side.
Yes.
It's been pulled out towards that deep mid wicket.
Yeah, Crunty was keen Dylan was keen for a second there, but I think Crunty was happy with just a single. The ball went out very quickly to the fieldsman on the boundary out there.
So at the end of the over, it was a pretty good one for the Czechs. 12 off it. Let's see who will replace Ankush Nanda. I think probably Nanda with his 15 off the over. Not really going to take a second one at this stage, and his skipper's done the right thing and dragged him. And it will be Mohit Dixit to change ends. So he's still got 2 overs left. Would like to have kept him to the end, but they need a wicket here. Let's look, the man most likely is Dixit. He's coming from the Banks end. This one's just pushed and just a single again. Nice played by Crunty.
Keeping that scoreboard ticking as we head into the second half of this innings for the Czech Republic. They're going on quite well. The run rate's just over 9 and over, 93 for 1 at 10.1 overs. And these two batsmen have now been there for quite a while. They're quite set. Partnership is now up to 81 of 49 deliveries. And Luxembourg are probably asking themselves, where's the next wicket going to come from? They really need to get into this middle order of the Czech Republic.
It's been pretty risk-free as well, this innings from these two.
Yeah.
There was a chance it went down on the previous over with Crunty. It was a tough chance, diving attempt in the gully area. But Dylan Stain is it's up in the 40s now. It's on 43. Crunty on 37. Both batting very nicely. And there's no urgency yet at all from the Czech Republic batting. Here comes Dixit in again. Just watchful. I'm not sure if it's a tactic. They're not going after Dixit. He has been easily the best of the bowlers for Luxembourg, he and William Cope. He's got a couple more overs left. I think actually he might only have 1 over left, Cope.
Did Malev bowl out? I don't think Malev's bowled it, so he's got a couple.
Malev hasn't either. But I think William Cope has 1 left from memory. He's right in front of us, trying to get confirmation from him. But he's got tape on his little finger on his right hand. It's going to be uncomfortable to bowl with.
Yeah, that could be a bit tough, isn't it? Yeah.
So the left-hander Dylan Stain will be facing Mo Dixit, who's persisting with the left arm around the wicket. This one's cut, and it's got past the infield. There's a player out there, and they'll come back for a comfortable 2. And there's a big applause there for from the coach, Charles Croucher, out there encouraging both Cranty and Dylan. It's been a very good first wicket stand.
I think William Copeland just asked Marek, the medical man, if they've got some painkillers. Clearly a lot of discomfort there.
Oh, he's got one on the foot. That's how he was out yesterday, Dylan Stain.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, he copped one on the foot. Was given LBW this time.
Oh, he's slightly hobbling, isn't he?
He is hobbling.
Yeah, he's taken another one, probably in the exact same spot, and those ones really hurt. Yeah, just a few seconds before that, the last delivery, we heard William just turn around and ask Marek, who's next to us, if they had any painkillers. He's still struggling from that little injury he sustained earlier in the match. At the moment, though, we're 11 overs in, and the Czech national team are up to 98 for 1, going along nicely at about just under 9 over, 8.9 and over, and this partnership itself is, can't quite see what's it up to now, but they are going very nicely.
Well, the ominous thing here for the Luxembourg side is that I don't think the Czechs have really accelerated yet. I'm pretty sure that the next batsman in will be Sudesh Wickramasinghe. Arun Ashokan is logically the next in, but they'll bring I think 2 of their bigger hitters out. Even though Ashokan can go very big very early. I think it'd be wise to put Sudesh in, give him a few overs to launch an attack against these Luxembourg bowlers. If they can dismiss one of these 2 batsmen who are approaching their 50s. So it's flicked off his toes by Stain. They'll look for 2, and they might get it actually. They do.
I reckon they will.
It's well run.
Very well run. These 2 batsmen are really running well together between the wickets. And just to echo their sentiments, Luke Belcher in the chat saying there could be some serious fireworks in the last 9 overs. Platform has been set for sure. Completely agree with that comment. It's exactly what we're saying. And it'd be interesting to see who, if a wicket falls, who will come in. Would it be Sudesh? Would it be Ritik? Someone who can accelerate right from the get-go to really take this game away from Luxembourg.
It's been chipped up and it's in the air, but it'll fall in between fielders. They'll look for 2. It's going to have to run well. Cranty's almost back. If it hit, I think it would have been very close.
Yeah, I think the throw was lacking a little bit of pepper there, wasn't it? That's a big call. It's a big shout-out because Dylan, has he got his half?
He has got his half century, according to the Czech bench.
We'll take it from the Czech bench, and we've just refreshed the score, but he has indeed got his 50 off 37 deliveries, 4 boundaries, striking at 135. Well played from the Czech opener.
Yeah, well deserved too. He's batted well. And this one's just been pushed. It's been a highlight. It's just pushing and running, and they're just getting these singles. It's annoying for the skipper, Just Mies, for a couple of reasons. Firstly, it's difficult to plug the gaps because they're both of these batsmen can hit 4s and 6s, but also it changes the field with the right-hander left-hander combination. It's very frustrating, and it also brings the Czech Republic up over the 100 mark. 103 for 1 off 11 and a bit overs. And Shivkaran Gill will want to get a wicket here. This one's been flicked around the corner by Kranti, the player out there. They'll only take the single. Very good arm out there, James Barker.
Yeah, very well done there on the boundary line by James Barker. Good to see County in the chat reminding all in the chat that last year Luxembourg did chase 180 odd against Austria. So never write them off. That is so true. You never write off a team. We've only seen just over half the innings of the Czech Republic. There's still a whole more to go on this game. Luxembourg always in with a shout, but they need a... Just gotten past the fielder, and that's going to go all the way for 4. That's 4. Lovely shot. Yeah. Lovely touch there.
Delicate dab. He's got a lot of runs in that area, mainly just quick singles to gully and point. And that one got through the infield.
Yeah, so just to finish that point, people in the chat asking if Luxembourg have a chance. Of course they have a chance, but they've got a lot of work in front of them to make that chance a reality.
Yeah, the projected score is 179. That's if it's at the current run rate, but I think they're going to increase that run rate. Last 5 overs have been 59. This one's been launched out to the fielder who can't reach it, and that's 6.
Shot.
Nice shot there from Stain. I think he's a little bit upset with himself because he hit it almost down the throat of the fielder down there. You see he's a bit of a perfectionist, as Dylan Stain. Loves his cricket.
Yeah, he knows he probably could have got a bit more on that, and I think the fielder thought he was in with a shot just as it went over his head. And to be honest, it didn't clear him by an awful lot. He didn't have, I guess, the leap, and maybe he needed to be a bit taller, but 6 runs it is. Dylan Stain continues on his merry way. Freeing the arms now, freeing the shoulders.
It's 8 overs left, and I think they're really going to attack this bowling now. Moe Dixit has 1 over left. He's been very tight. 17 off his 3 overs. Been the pick of the bowlers, economy-wise. Who comes in, bowling to Kranti. Can't get him away. Bit of a swing. Good bowling again from Dixit. He's been good this tournament, has Moe Dixit. Again,
yeah, he's had a very good tournament, Danny.
Yeah, bowling that left arm around the wicket just changes the angle a bit. And probably not used to it, the batsman. That the angle coming in from wide of the crease. Comes in again. Just pushed out into the covers and nicely taken single as well. It's again, as I said, been a bit of a highlight of these innings from these two players is just the push and run, frustrating for the Luxembourg side. And there's very little they can do about it, to be fair.
Just want to give another shout out to everyone in the chat. Thank you again for joining us here on this brisk Sunday morning here in the Czech Republic. It's wonderful to have your company. And just a reminder, let's keep the chat nice and clean and respectful at all times, please.
Graham sticks it, bowling to Dylan Stain, and it's got past the infield. And they'll look for 2. Have to hurry, but comfortable in the end. It's been very good by these two. The running between the wickets have been excellent from this pair.
It's been a feature of this partnership, I'd say. They've been very quick, very early with the call as well.
Field 2 a ball gets you up to 240. So they're looking for singles and 2s, and I tried to get inventive there, Dylan Stain. Don't think he needed to do that, just a single.
Well, he's invented a single, which I guess wasn't the intent.
I think he's trying to get past that man who's quite short at fine leg, just on a 45. But
if he gets it past him, he's got a boundary in his books, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I guess the intent was right, but couldn't quite execute that.
So a few balls left here for Dixit, who's again been really very good for Luxembourg. This one's a bit short. There's a man out there. They'll look for 2. I think they'll just get the 1 though. Hit a bit too well.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Good fielding out there. And that's Shivkaran Gill.
Yeah, so Mohit Dixit, he's got his last ball of his his bowling spell coming up, and he has been very economical for Luxembourg. Easily my pick of the bowler so far, and I think Danny probably might agree with that as well. He's just had it on song. He hasn't given them anything. He's been relentless.
Yeah, I totally agree. Been a very good bowler. Deserves a wicket. Doesn't dicks it. Doesn't get one. Just been turned around the corner to square leg for a single for Dylan Stain, who moves on to 64. Grunty on 42. Both going at about strike rate of about 150 at the moment. And Dylan's increased his strike rate a bit. Still haven't really lashed out though. But I don't think the Czechs will mind if these two bat throughout the innings. Even though I know they can get very quick runs from Sekera and Ashokan, and also Riddick Tomar, the tank. But these two batting very well.
Yeah, 120 for one with 13 overs gone. 7 overs to get as close to and maybe beyond 200 if they can manage that. These two batsmen are going along very nicely. As we were saying in the last few overs, their running between wickets has been fantastic. They've been putting away the loose delivery. They're trying to get a little bit inventive to get that scoring accelerated a bit more.
It's my love to continue, and this one's not sure what the appeal's for. I thought, is it a leg by? I think it has been called.
It was indeed a leg by, yeah.
It was a big appeal. Umpire didn't like it. Again, tried to get inventive there, Dylan Stain.
Yeah, I guess at this point of the innings, maybe getting a little bit inventive and trying a few things. Okay, if that's going to work for you, go for it. There's not a massive risk to the team because you've got some big hitters that are ready to come in. In fact, I can see the door of the shed being pounded as Beast is being demanded to be released into the wild.
I can definitely see him coming in at number 4, the Beast.
And Boyd Hatters is the tank is locked and loaded.
Chance for a run out, and he's gone. I think Dylan Stain. That's it. That's the end of a very good innings, and good work from the keeper. It's just dabbed down, surprised him with a bounce. Did Grunty just to surprise him with a bounce. Dylan Stain was backing up, and they called no, and it will be Sudesh Wickramasekera to come in, and he's got about 7 overs to do a lot more damage here to the Luxembourg side and to pump that Czech total up. Some big hitters to come.
Absolutely. Well, Dylan Stain can hold his head high. I know he won't. He's a perfectionist, but he's got them off to a fly in this match. This match number 5 here in the Central Europe Cup. He's played a wonderful innings, well-deserved half-century, and generous applause from his teammates. 64 of 44, striking at 145. Great innings, Dylan Stain. Great opening stance.
Very good, very good. And the last 5 overs, they're going for 12 and over at the moment. The last 5 overs. Current run rate is just over 9. Projected score is about mid 180s. But I think if Sudesh can get going, and she often does, especially on this ground, then I think they'll be looking to score of over 200. Still in it though, Luxembourg. Get a couple of wickets. Just get into the middle order of the Czechs, put a bit of pressure on them. They're very capable of reaching most totals.
Well, we saw yesterday the Czech middle order was exposed slightly, with the middle order getting taken out by the Austrian bowlers in quick time.
Mm-hmm.
And Luxembourg can take a bit of heart from that performance from the Austrians. Obviously, they've got for them to try to match that is going to be, it's going to be tough. It's a lot of hard work. But their bowlers, it's on them to force the issue onto the Czech batsmen now.
Comes my love again. Turned around the corner and that'll go towards the boundary. It'll be James Barker who'll pick it up, just a single, and bring the Beast on strike.
Yeah, I thought Grunty tried to get a little bit more on that. He could have maybe cleared the boundary. The wind is swirling a little bit. Might have pushed it down ever so slightly.
Oh, there's a huge gap behind square as well.
It is a massive gap, isn't it?
James Barker's there at square leg, but there's no one else around the boundary.
Anything on the legs or on the body to the Beast, if he turns it, he's going to put it into the golf course.
Let's see how it goes. Missed out yesterday. That's a good start by my love to Sudesh.
Yeah, the Lux team will feel they're in with a shot if they can remove Sudesh quick smart. Definitely.
Comes a bowler again. It's been head out towards the boundary. That's 4 runs. Didn't hit it too hard, just hit it down past point.
I almost called that a chip, and he chipped it for 4 through the covers. Lovely strike.
Yeah, he's very strong all around the ground. Is Sudesh, very intelligent cricketer, and he plays a good ball with respect, and then he smashes a good ball with no respect out into the fields deep here, grain field. I think we'll see a few leather potatoes, you called them yesterday, Phil?
The leather potatoes, but I got that from you on Friday. You were calling them when the fielders are out there, the farmer, when he goes out there, he's going to find some leather potatoes.
Yeah, the bowler couldn't quite reach that one, just been pushed to mid-on for a single by Sudesh.
I'd rather find leather potatoes in my field than dog's eggs, that's for sure.
That's natural fertiliser, isn't it, Phil?
Well, it is, until you get it on your boot. Luke Belgium, good question. Is there a coaching staff with this Luxembourg national team? Luxembourg have Madhu out with them, the team manager. I'm not sure of the name of the coach for Luxembourg, but I got a feeling that Madhu is wearing both hats on this particular tour.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think they might have a coach with them, but they're well drilled. They work hard on their fielding, and they're to the Luxembourg side. They've got a good facility in Luxembourg. And, I think a 3-bay net area and a nice ground. It's pretty central, very easy to get to. As bowler comes in, just watched onto the bat by Sudesh.
Yes, Sudesh just having a bit of a look there at the bowler.
It's Shivkaran Gill. There's switched ends. Comes in again. This one's been slammed past him. Just be a single. And,
there's protection straight there for Sudesh.
The run in between the wickets I don't think will be as fast between these two, so there's still quite a few singles around, but I think they're looking for the boundaries. Kranti now is approaching his 50. He's on 43 off 30. And he's gone for that one. There's a man out there. Don't think he'll reach it. It'll just be a single.
I kind of get the feeling that Kranti has missed out on a bit of strike in the last couple of overs. Dylan Steyn was definitely facing more balls over those last 2 or 3 overs. Kranti shot up to 33 in quick time, got ahead of Dylan Steyn in the scoring. He's still got a job to do there with Sudesh Wickramasekera to push this score along for the Czech national team. Guaranteed they're going to be wanting to get very close to that 200 mark and put the Luxembourg batting on the back foot right from the very first ball of their innings.
Shivkaran Gill have to bowl well to Sudesh. He's at 1-4 already.
Tell you what, Danny, every time that wind comes across us, I regret wearing shorts again today. It's really quite a cool wind coming through here. It stops and then it starts again.
You've been persistent in showing off your legs.
Oh, I was trying to get a bit of a tan on my legs. They're white as a ghost below the knees. It's terrible. Seriously, I scare little kids when I walk down the street with these white legs. It's awful. You know how hard it is to walk down my street with women and children crying and dogs whimpering? It's terrible.
You got legs that look like legs from pool tables. So.
I do have legs from a billy table, I do. Yes. That's all muscle, though.
It is, I think. Yeah, I think it is all muscle. I agree.
Because I spend so much time kicking people in the backside. Busier than a one-legged man at a butt-kicking contest I am, but there we go. Bit of a delay here just as we're... I think the umpires are conferring a few things. I think we're going to get a restart now.
trying again, and it's going to be called wide. Wouldn't want to put it in his hitting arc. He's not a great mover of his feet, is Sudesh, but anywhere near the stumps, it usually gets launched. The bowl well here. Kill. This one has been launched. Well, there you go. That's out towards a car park, and just again, you can't afford to bowl it in that area. Bit of a half volley right on the stumps, and just been hammered over
massive
mid wicket for 6.
Yeah, that's a lovely strike, and this is what we're all we've all seen this before, and we're all looking forward to seeing it again from Sudesh. It's such strength.
Oh, got away with that one.
Did
Got a
ever?
dodgy outside edge, and that's going towards the boundary, and that will be 4 more. No, it won't actually. It'll just be 2.
He did get away with that, didn't he? He's gone for a very similar strike. Saw a similar ball. I think it came on him a little bit quicker, and he's almost come undone there. Yeah, the Luxembourg boys in the field trying to G up their bowler.
Oh, that's well bowled. Just
Yeah.
cramped him up a bit.
Yeah, he's going for that lusty hit through the leg side, and that's the end of the over. It's 15 overs gone, 138 for 2 on the board. Sudesh with a 6 there, which obviously that's going to be his intent. We knew it was going to be his intent as soon as he was released from the shed to come out and get amongst them.
Yeah, look, 5 overs left. The projected score still mid 180s. Be a big score, but they'll like to get it over 200. It's a psychological barrier as well when a team is chasing 200 for victory.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're still going at 9.2 and over of the Czech team. That's still projecting that they'll get into the 180s. Obviously, they'll be looking for 200, as you say, Danny.
It is a pretty good rate, but
it is a good rate.
They really haven't completely attacked this Luxembourg bowling attack yet. Been pretty watchful. Granty, I'm sure he'll want to get his 50, but I think he'll also want to get Sudesh on strike. Just dab down into that area again in the gully, and just a nicely taken single brings Vikramasekaran back on strike.
He's done exactly that, hasn't he? He's got Sudesh back on strike. Okay, let's see what Sudesh can do here. Bowler comes in.
It's a bit short. It's been cut away. Going towards a boundary. Did well, the fielder.
Oh, yeah, he's got something behind that.
I've come back for 2.
I think he's got his leg behind that. He's just trotting ever so gingerly after that, hasn't he?
Yeah, the new bowler is Anshu Trivedi. Haven't seen him yet. Not too much in this tournament, Anshu Trivedi. Not in this innings either. It's pretty handy. Bowling to Vikramasekaran. This one's been monstered out to the player out there, and he's cut it for 6. That's the power of this man. Wow.
Yeah, intentionally lofted, but the fielder, just for a second, I reckon his body language suggests he was in with the shot, and then he dropped his arms, dropped his shoulders. He realised that went well over his head. Lovely strike from Sudesh there.
Yeah, it's just a bit short from the bowler. It was just absolutely monstered. I see his second 6 already. Comes the bowler again. Wants his reply. Slow ball, but I think that's been hammered in a bit straighter this time. Same result, I think. Another 6.
Over extra cover for 6. Whoa, here we go.
And he's 22 off 10 now. Here's Sudesh. He's motoring. Strike rate of 220. He does hold a world record for the fastest T20I 100. When he scored 100 against Turkey off 35 balls, equal with a couple of very good batsmen. I think with David Miller, and I think it was Rohit Sharma as well. So he's in good company.
I think it's safe to say that Sudesh just doesn't like the white ball because he hits it so hard.
I don't think he likes running. Comes a bowler again. Oh, slow ball, well bowled.
Clever change up a pace there. Yeah, had him beaten there.
Yeah, it's when you see the ball disappearing over the boundary as a bowler, it does play in your mind.
It does.
Shows a good bowler to attempt that slower ball. It's in a good area as well. Don't want to get too far on his leg side either. There's no protection on the legs. That's just push back to the bowler. It's been a good comeback here from Trivedi.
Yeah, a couple of dot balls.
So the Czechs at the moment, after 16 overs, 153 for 2. Going at about 9.5 and over. I think the Luxembourg side will do well to keep them under 200. It'll be a very difficult total to reach. Looking forward to seeing Sonny Clefane as well. Hope he gets a bowl. He's a promising leg spinner. Only 17, turning 18 next month is Clefane, making his debut in this tournament.
Yeah, it'd be good to get a look at Sonny. He fronted up for the tournament Friday. We both had a bit of a chat to him. He's enthusiastic, keen. Comes from originally from Sussex, Czech parentage. His mother's Czech, and he's played a few games here in Czech Republic in recent times.
This one's
It'd be
going to
good
be
to
wide.
have a look for him. Good to have a look at him in his bowling.
Yeah, it'll be really nice. He did have a bit of a bat. Didn't do too well with the bat in his only innings so far. But Sonny missed out. Grunty moves outside off stump, drags it towards the leg side. They should come back for 2, and they'll get it pretty comfortably. Nice shot.
Yeah, it's a good placement there from Grunty between the two fielders who both had to converge. He's moved to 47.
That'll be a well-deserved 50 if he gets it. Making his debut for the Czech Republic. So it's been turned around the corner. That'll be his 50. There's no one down there who can cut that off. And very well batted there from Kranti.
Generous applause from the dugouts. Yeah, well batted, Kranti.
He's an exciting player.
In his first T20I, is it?
It's his debut.
It's his debut?
Debut innings.
Congratulations,
He was on the bench for all the rest of this tournament. And so they've promoted him to number 3, put him in the team, and he's done very well.
That's good. You got to feel good.
I think he's going to have a bit of a lash now. Nothing to lose. Come back for a second. It's again well run. Run rate just hovering just under 10.
162 for 2. Still 3.5 overs to go.
And again, well bowled. Bit of bounce there for the bowler.
Yeah.
Quicker maybe also. Good take by Hugh Smith behind the stumps. It's, keeping the batsman in his crease. So it's been hit high in the air. Player coming around and will cut it off, I think. Really good effort there.
Oh, he made good ground, didn't he?
That was Pankaj Malev out there.
He had a long way to go, didn't he, Danny? He put in the hard yards, collected it and rifled it in. He was never going to get to the catch, but he saved the boundary there.
Still got 2 out of it. This one, another good ball there from the bowler, Gill. And so at the end of the over, Czech Republic now 164 for 2 off 17. 3 overs left. I think there'd be a bit of damage to come, though. They'd want to keep him to around about 180. Luxembourg. It's an achievable total for them, as we saw last year, where Luxembourg beat Austria, very fancied Austrian team. But the Czechs will want to pump it up to about that 200 mark. Oh, here we go. It'll be Ankush Nanda, who took a bit of a pasting earlier, is coming in, and he'll be bowling to the beast, who'll look to try to launch it either into the golf course or into the the field, the grain field in front of him.
Yeah, Crunty went after Nanda in Nanda's last over. Took him for a 6 and a 4, and there was a handful of wides in there as well. I think 16 in the end of that over.
Yeah, it was an expensive one.
He'll be looking to bounce back here, but it's a tough ask against a beast who's frothing at the bit.
This one's slightly mishit.
Well bowled though.
Straight. They'll look for 2. Cranty's coming back to the danger end. Takes a wide angle. And just misses the stumps. I think he would have been gone. And good backing up there from the keeper.
Very good backing up there.
So 2 runs to Sudesh. Pumps the total up.
Yeah, direct hit could have been a bit of trouble there for Crunty. He was getting on his skates, but couldn't tell from this angle whether he was going to be short or not. Nanda thought it was going to hit.
Wasn't too far off.
Wasn't too far at all.
Comes a bowler again. Nice one. There's 4 runs. In fact, it's gone all the way.
It's clipped for 6.
He's cut another one. Looked like a bit of a top edge as well.
It did.
So powerful, this man.
It sounded like a top edge, didn't it? It clipped it, and there's no protection on the boundary. Obviously, backward of point, straight over the fielders who couldn't even move, didn't even get a chance to move. Went like a bullet. Beast continues on his merry way.
And he's on 36 already. Blink and you miss it with Sudesh. You just you think, he's only been in for a little while, and then you look at his score and he's catching up to Cranty. Probably overtake him if he stays in.
I reckon he probably could. If he keeps the strike, he'll definitely overtake him.
And Usme's having a bit of a chat to his bowler. Don't bowl him anywhere he can hit it, please, I think is what he's saying to him, very politely.
How do you follow through on instructions that don't bowl him where he can hit it? Let's see what he does.
He's hit another one in that same area. This will be 4.
That's going to go for 4, yep. Well, Nanda's getting the treatment.
Yeah, the Beast hasn't hit too many that cleanly as the Beast.
It's 12 off the over so far. 3 balls gone.
Well, he's 40 off 16.
40 off 16 is Sudesh. And Nanda's got to be thinking, where do I put this next one?
Strike rate of 250. So pretty good going. Comes the bowler again. And Sudesh hits that hard. And that's going all the way, is it? 4 runs.
4 runs.
Just down near the Scott Page bench. And a bit of a half volley. Made him pay.
Moves to 44 now.
Yeah, he could get his 50 with one more lusty hit. Here comes a bowler. Where's he going to put it this time? He's going to put it where Sudesh can get his 50, because that's been slammed for 6. Another cut shot for 6. And that's 50 for Sudesh.
That's incredible.
18 balls.
Absolutely incredible.
3 4s and 5 6s. And the run rate now getting into that 10.5 and over.
50 off 18 deliveries there, Danny. And just a shout out to the chat. If you've heard about this man, about what he can do, well, you've just seen it. Incredible stuff.
It's been an expensive over from Nanda. Expensive spell too. And it's going to get more expensive. That's hit out to the player. Takes us absolutely magnificent catch.
Screamer.
What a catch. One-handed on the boundary.
Wow.
That's the end of a very good innings, but what a catch. That was looking like it was going to hit the Scott Page bench out there.
He's gone up AFL style and pulled down a ripper.
A specky.
Beautiful catch, sorry. I'm still thinking it's AFL. What a lovely catch. Made the ground, extended himself and pulled in a ripper, and his teammates quite rightly get around him. That's a good quality get around that. But Sudesh, he's done the damage. He's been in there for a few overs. He's faced 19 deliveries. He's put his team into a wonderful, strong position with a 50. Generous applause from all around the ground. Great cameo innings there from the man.
Oh, fantastic. I'll bring the skipper, Aaron Ashokan, to the crease. He can also hit big. He hits big and straight, does Ashokan. His boundaries are a bit bigger than what's been seen in the T10 games, broadcast by the ECN. He's about 60 to 65 metre boundaries, but he can clear them pretty comfortably, can Ashokan. That's wow.
Well, Nanda ends up with 22 runs off the over and a wicket.
Yeah, he's gone for 50 off 3.
He's got the wicket, but he's paid for it.
He's paid for it. I know about buying a wicket. I don't think that's what his intention was, but
I think it was. Yes,
it could have been. Well, if it wasn't for a great piece of fielding, could have been a lot more disastrous for Luxembourg. So it'll be William Cope to come back. He's got, I think, 1 over left has Cope, and he'll be bowling to. Yeah.
That was Mohit Dixit with the catch down there, who caught Sudesh, just been informed by the scorers. Thanks, guys. Wonderful catch. Wonderful catch.
He's been very good this game, Mohit Dixit. He's been a highlight for Luxembourg. William Cope's been very good as well. He'll be bowling to the skipper, the Czech Republic, Aaron Ashokan. And I'm sure he'll swing the bat early. And this one's just been dabbed down to point for a single. Didn't really get up that high. Bring Kranti on the strikers, looking towards that mid-wicket boundary. There is a man at deep mid-wicket, and a long on, but no one behind square.
Massive gap from cow corner all the way around the leg side
There's the man
on the boundary.
It's called a no ball.
Oh.
Well, it's going to be a free hit. Yeah, there's a man just slight backward square leg, but
on the boundary, he doesn't have any protection of the boundary from cow corner right the way around. But yes, he is the man at backward square on the infield on leg side, which is obviously pushing for William Cope to keep an offside attack here, not to stray anywhere near the body.
Comes in again. Oh, swing and a miss. Well bowled, slightly slower ball.
Very well bowled, very intelligent bowling that from Cope.
Yeah, missed out on the free hit.
He did. He knew where he wanted to hit it as well. Put it right into that leg side, but the slower delivery, just tantalisingly close to about a 4-stump line. Well bowled.
Tell you what, it'll be interesting to see who Luxembourg skipper picks for the final over. This one's in the air. Chance for a catch. I think he's gone, and nicely taken there.
Well judged.
Gets that man Dixit again.
Yeah, lovely catch that.
So
Going backwards, always hard to take those ones when you're looking over your shoulder. And he's taken it quite comfortable in the end. Yeah, very good catch. And a wonderful innings from Kranti.
Yeah, fantastic innings from Kranti. Well deserved 50 on debut here for the Czech Republic. And 55 off 40. 3 4s, 2 6s for Kranti. And it gets a generous round of applause. And it'll bring the tank out the middle. So 2 new batsmen. Ashokan's only faced 1 ball. And the tank will be at the non-strikers end. I want to do a bit more damage, but 188 for 3.
10 balls left in the innings, Danny.
They'll want to get it over that 200. But, and they've got 2 batsmen here are pretty devastating when they get in.
And the sun's peeking through the clouds. I can feel a bit of warmth on my back finally.
Here comes Cope. And this one's been... Oh, hit straight back at the tank. Lucky he's got armour.
Good to see the tank cutting off a potential 2 runs there for Aaron.
Oh, I think he's got him where the...
Do you think he's got him where
he's armoured.
Do you think he's got him where the armour's a bit light? He's down on his haunches.
That was hammered back at him. I don't think he got it right out of the middle though. Ashokan, lucky for
tank.
Tanky.
Jeez.
Not wearing a helmet either. Comes Cope again. This one's hit straight and hard. Just be the one, I think. Oh, coming back for a second.
Bit of pressure
and
here.
The tank is home and safe. Well run there by
Very well
the tank.
He's
Called it early.
He did. He called and went early. Went to the danger end, took on the fielder and won. And And Chris Tebb there just had to get under that ball from Ashokan. Went just probably a little bit above his head, but just for a moment there, I thought Chris was in with a bit of a chance.
Oh, this one's been hit a long way.
Oh, no.
That's 6.
No one's-
Massive shot there from Aaron Ashokan, the skipper.
Yeah, no one's in with a chance of getting that. Wow, shot.
They're making a statement here, the Czechs. Luxembourg do well to get this total. It's going to pump over 200 with an over to go. And well, the Czechs they want to get into the final game with a win and a chance of lifting the trophy. I think Austria are ahead on run rate. The main thing is for the Czechs this afternoon is to beat Austria. It'll be a big scalp. So Austria ranked about 12 places ahead of the Czech Republic. And if they increase their run rate with a good win here, if they win against Austria, that might give them just the edge to get them winning the game. So it'll be...
Looks like Malev.
We'll take the ball for the last over.
I think it's a good move.
I think it's a good move as well. I don't think Nando's going to get another over.
I don't think so. Well, anyway, this will be Malev bowling to the tank. Hasn't faced a ball yet. He's faced a bullet from his skipper there. This one's been hit high. There's a play out coming in. Should take it and does. And that's the end of the tank.
Yeah, well judged catch that. Very well judged catch. Running in, went to ground, took the catch clean. And Tank doesn't trouble the scorers and shuffles off for a first ball duck.
First ball duck. Well, nothing to lose. And it'll bring batsman we haven't seen yet in the wicketkeeper Ushan Kunatalaika. He's a very good batsman. He's Ushan. Probably not the biggest hitter in the world though. But he's a very accomplished batsman. But it'll be Ashokan he'll be facing. Get that massive 6 in the last ball of William Coates' spell.
Poor old Tanky's walking off quick. It's probably one of the first golden ducks he's ever had.
He missed out yesterday as well.
Yeah, he hasn't troubled scores too much in this tournament, has he?
Well, I mean, he's only had so the last over. He really had to
Well,
go at it.
no opportunity really, was there?
Comes Muller bowling to Ashokan. This one's been smashed
Oh,
onto the golf course, I think. Well, not quite.
I think the wind held it up just ever so slightly. Fielder thought he was in with a chance, but no, that's gone over the boundary for 6, and that brings up the 200 for the Czech Republic.
It's I guess against the wind as well.
Yep. 202 for 5. 4 balls left in the innings. Aaron Ashokan, the skipper, showing the way with a big hit into the wind, and that wind is gusting up again.
This one's been hit straight down the ground. They'll look for 2, and they won't get. Or they will get a bit of a fumble from the fielder. Ashokan backed safely.
Yeah, easy 2 in the end.
So this is the biggest total we've seen so far in this tournament. And the Czech Republic, they look a good side, very solid. Ashokan, this one's dabbed out past the fielder. They'll look for 2 again. They should get it comfortably. And big dive from Ushan.
It looked like the fielder got a fingertip to that and recovered quickly. Ushan dives, but he was safe. Another 2 runs. Score moves along to 204 for 5. With only a couple of balls left.
Yeah, it's
Sorry, 206 for 5. Strike that.
very good total. Mounted up here from the Czech Republic. Malov comes in again. This one's been hit in the air, mistimed. It'll fall in front of the fielder, I think. It will. And they'll look for 2. Could be a run out. It's a direct hit. And Ushan has gone for a diamond duck. But he was just basically there to run and support his skipper. And well, that's the first time he's batted. He's got a diamond duck in his first innings.
We'll have to,
international cricket.
we'll have to go to the record books to see if diamond ducks for first timers in their T20I careers. But he did the job exactly as you described, Dan. He did the job. He was there. It was essentially ballast for Aaron Ashokan to get on with the job.
We'll bring Sonny Clefane
We keep talking about how we want to see Sonny Clefane get some action in this game, and he's come out with a couple of balls left.
Yeah, look, I know that Owen would like to hit a couple of boundaries. Clefane's there basically as a runner.
That's it. Well, actually, one ball left now. 207 for 6. Last ball coming up. Unless it's a wide.
Diamond duck.
Let's see what Arun can do here.
Last ball of the innings. And he's hit that out towards the fielder out there. They'll look for 2, and they get it comfortably. Well run.
Well done.
So 209. The Czech Republic lost 6 wickets. That's not what Luxembourg will be looking at. They'll be looking at 210 to win. That's a lot of runs. They are a capable side, Luxembourg, but I don't really see them getting close to this total. We'll see. But very good effort from the Czech national team. Have a look at the scorecard. And Savundavisi missing out. He hit a big 100 yesterday, but then the tail of it is in the next partnership between Dylan Stain and Crunty. They both hit 50s, as did Sudesh with a devastating 50 off 19 balls. Aaron Ashokan, 22 off 9, did his part as well. And no one else troubled the scorers. So really very good effort there from the Czech Republic. And I don't think the Luxembourg bowlers would like to see their bowling figures, apart from Owen Dixit, who did very well. Didn't pick up a wicket, only 22 off his 4. Cope going for 37. Malav bowling pretty well, getting 2 wickets, 31. But Ankush Nanda 52 off 3. Shiv Karan Gill 50 off his 4, and Astravetti 15 off his. It's hard going for Luxembourg, but I'm going to say a very good batting display for the Czech Republic after that early breakthrough for Luxembourg, Phil.
Yeah, this has been an awesome display from the Czech Republic team, as you say, Danny. After that losing Savundavisi very early on, but the following batsmen have stood up strong against this Luxembourg bowling attack. It's not a pretty read there for the Luxembourg team when they look back on the scorecard. They'll look at the batting card and think, "Wow, they got away from us." They'll look at their bowling card and think the same thing. They really did get away from them. Yeah, it's not good reading, and it's an imposing score that needs to be chased down by the Luxembourg team. They're going to have a very, very tough time of it with this bowling attack with the Czech Republic. Luxembourg batsmen, they've got their chance now to shine. It's all before them to take a victory. It's going to be tough, as we say, but there's always a chance. Always.
I mean, Tim Barker's a very good batsman up the top of the innings for Luxembourg. He's missed out a bit. He started to hit the ball pretty cleanly this last innings, but fell for about 15.
Yeah.
And there's also Mies out there, and a few others who can hit the ball nicely. Girish as well.
Girish, yes. We hope to see Girish get amongst the runs.
If they get a good start, and they're capable of getting towards this total, but it is a lot. And you've always got it in the back of your mind that you have to go at 10 and over.
Yeah.
And you saw them yesterday against Austria. They needed 12 and over, and they fell short just in those 10. They've got 20 overs to get this total. Don't know if they'll get there.
Yeah, it's going to be tough going. Very tough going. Very tall order. We're looking forward to the run chase though, because Luxembourg they're currently winless in this tournament. Their batsmen are going to want to have something to take home, hold their heads high. So I think we're going to see them. Obviously, we're going to see them going for it. Never say die attitude, and they're a wonderful bunch of players as well. And I'm looking forward to seeing what the Barker brothers and what Hughes can do when they come out to bat. Moet Dixit and Girish. I'm looking for seeing Girish again. We were praising him ever so much on Monday, but he just couldn't get his timing quite right. He was getting a few leading edges. Monday, Friday.
It's been a long week, Phil.
It has been a long week for me. I feel like I've been awake since Monday. Sorry about that. Yeah, we saw him on Friday, and we were talking about how he looked good, but he was just getting a lot of leading edges and just couldn't quite find it. But when he found the middle of the bat, he was looking very good. So I'm looking forward to this run chase, albeit I do believe it's probably a mountain that's probably too high, too steep. But never say die, and let's see how the Luxembourg guys can go, because we'll be back here in about 15-20 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. and that a Luxembourg's run chase will kick on. Riddick Tomo just walking past us. he's indicating that hit from O'Rourke, it really hurt, didn't it? Yes, he's nodding. He's like that's why you got the duck, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, no, that hit from Ruin caught Riddick, and they're very high above the pad, and yeah, he's indicating to us with a smile on his face that's why he got that duck. Good spirits this game, and this whole tournament's been played in very good spirits. So we'll say to the chat, don't go too far. We're going to be back in about 10 minutes. We're off to get a cup of coffee, try to find something to stave off this very, very cold wind that's blowing across the ground. Please don't go too far. Get yourself a drink, give yourself something to eat, and join Danny and myself, Phil G, here in the commentary position alongside the scorers and the production crew for the resumption of this game, the chase in match number 5, where Luxembourg will be looking to get as close as they can, if not get the chocolates 207 for the victory. And we'll see you very soon.
And we're back for the second innings of this game between the Czech Republic and Luxembourg. Luxembourg are going to have to bat very, very well to reach this total. They need 210 off 20 overs for a victory. They're still winless in this tournament, but they're a good side, Luxembourg. And it will be the Czech Republic who'll want to dismiss Luxembourg, keep their runs down, so they have a better chance this afternoon with their net run rate. That's the plan, I think, for the Czechs. For Luxembourg, they would like a win. They've got very good batsman up the top. Tim Barker, he's missed out a little bit this tournament. He was hitting the ball quite nicely yesterday. But we'll just have to see how he gets on with the bowlers. The opening bowler for the Czech Republic will be Simira Madaranga. He'll get a bit of swing. He swings the ball out away from the right-handers. Well, Madaranga is a bit loose yesterday, but be bowling to the left-handed Tim Barker. You want to keep it outside his off stump. So no protection on the leg side, really. There's Tripaturi Kanyalal, who is out there about square leg. So definite plan here for the Czechs to bowl outside the left-handers off stump. Two batsmen, Tim Barker and Girish Venkateswaran, who's pretty good yesterday, starting to time the ball nicely off this pitch. Madaranga said will be opening. He's got protection down at deep fine leg. Comes in for the first ball of the innings. Luxembourg. That's a big shout, and he's got him first ball. Well, that's not the start Luxembourg would like, and that's a very good start for the Czechs in defending this massive total. And Tim Barker, he's not had the happiest of tournaments, and Madaranga gets a wicket first ball. Oh, well, Phil, that's not a bad start there for the Czechs.
Well, Danny, if the side of this mountain wasn't steep enough already, I think it's pretty much just gone vertical. Wow, what a start for the Czechs. And Tim Barker, you feel for him. Not been his tournament at all. That's a body blow like you wouldn't believe to the Luxembourg chances here. What a start. Wow.
Yeah, fantastic start for the Czechs. Disappointing for Luxembourg. They'll have a long drive back to through Germany. It's about a 9-hour drive, I think, from memory.
Yep, 9 or 10 hours, Matty told me this morning, yes. And
they're desperate for a win, but it's not the start they envisaged. So wind also is playing havoc. It is pretty strong now again.
Oh, it's gusting up again, isn't it, Danny?
It's really picked up.
Oh, this is going to be a real test of character of the Luxembourg players to bounce back from that horrific start. None for one, off one ball.
It's a slip in place as well for Madaranga. As I mentioned, will get a bit of swing. Normally gets quite a bit of swing out. You want to start it pretty straight to the new batsman.
Just want to give a quick shout out to Tony Whiteman, who's popped up in the chat. Tony, good to see you there. Big hello from everybody here in Czech Republic. Good to see you there. Wish you were here, but appreciate that you've retired now, and look forward to catch up with you again in the future.
Against Madaranga again, and good ball outside off stump.
What a
He's
cracker.
right on song is Madaranga today. Yeah, Tony's been a great cricketer for Luxembourg, and a great presence within the Luxembourg setup for many years. So hello to you, Tony.
What a cracking delivery that was. Madaranga up for the challenge here.
Yeah, he was very loose yesterday against Austria.
He was, wasn't he?
And, he's right on song so far. Comes in again. This one's been dabbed away, attacked by the tank. This
wind. It did blow one of our monitors down earlier. So it's coming straight into our face. Not very pleasant for commentating, but probably not the best for fielding or batting either. It's a bit of rubbish there from the bowler. Full toss on leg stump and turned around the corner from the batsman. That is it's Anshu Badaraya. Yeah, Anshuman Badaraya.
Yeah, getting a bit of a glare on our screen here, but hard to read those names. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's got a bit loose. Now Madaranga
We
started off nicely, but just
praised him for the first half of the over, and now he's just gone a little bit wayward. There's a lovely clip off the heels there for 4 and a wide ball.
Yeah, Badaraya won a good score. Batted pretty well early in the tournament. Comes bowler again. This one's hit over the top. Go towards the boundary. Dylan Stein chasing. It'll pull up. They'll get 2. That's all they'll get. Good fielder, Dylan Stein.
Yeah, he chased that one hard. Did a slide and up in one move and a return to the keeper. Yeah, he's a great fielder.
Still got a ball left. That's Madaranga. And that's it's hit past him. That'll be 4, I think. Another full toss. And Madaranga, after a good start, just getting a bit loose. Bit of ill discipline. And that's after a pretty disastrous start. 10 off the over. And they're pretty much on target.
Well, they keep that pace up, Danny. They're in with the shot.
Definitely in with a shot. Good side, Luxembourg. Ranked a couple of places above the Czech Republic. Just hasn't been their tournament really. It's a little bit of disappointment that Vikram was injured early. Did his shoulder while bowling. He's an important figure in this Luxembourg side. I'm sure he's watching here at the ground somewhere.
Yeah,
in the dugout.
Anshu there capitalising on a couple of wayward deliveries from Madaranga, giving a little bit of hope, bit of heart to the rest of the team in the dugout there, and something for the Luxembourg faithful to cheer on about. That's good to see. Don't expect Luxembourg to go down without a big fight here. And in fact, I expect them to really pull out all the stops to overhaul that massive total.
Bails have been taken off the stumps, and it'll be the beast, Sudesh Vikramasekera. So with a sparkling 50 off 18 balls to pump up the Czech score. He'll be opening the bowling from the Chateau end, and he'll be bowling with the wind as well. In fact, the score is 11.
Yeah, thanks for that little note in the chat. The scorers are on top of that.
Here comes Sudesh. Bowling to Giresh. And this one's been hit in the air. Player out there. Don't think he'll reach it. And that's 6. Lovely shot from Giresh. First up.
There we
Half
go.
volley outside of stump, and he slammed it over the cover boundary for 6. Sonny Clefane, no chance out there. He's tall, but not tall enough.
I said earlier that I was going to look forward to seeing Girish getting to his strides. We saw some glimpses of absolute class from him on Friday and Saturday, and that's a lovely welcome to Sudesh, who's opened the bowling from the Chateau end, puts him over the cover boundary for a maximum.
I thought this might be a bit shorter and quicker. Just been dabbed down, and Dylan Stein having a shot at the stumps, well backed up.
Very well backed up.
So the tank out there has taken a bit of friendly fire already in this game.
He has. Tank was looking a little bit sore and a little bit sorry for himself as he marched past us at the end of the previous innings, indicating where he'd been hit by Arun with a bit of friendly fire. And let's say it was just below the waist and just above the knee.
Comes Sudesh again, and been gone past the field. That'll be 4. He's in the mood, is Girish. He'll have to bat deep, I think, for the Luxembourg side to get near this total. Bit wide, bit full from Sudesh. That was a nice shot past the fielder there.
Yeah, I'm loving the intent and attitude here from these two batsmen, taking it to the bowlers as exactly they should be.
Oh, absolutely. Comes Sudesh again. And that could be close. Maybe going down leg side. Big appeal. Be a leg by. Surprised they didn't start with spin actually, Phil.
Yeah,
Been
yeah.
successful, and they've got 3-4 spin options with Sonny Clefane coming into the side, and just changes their mindset of the batsman. They have to put more pace on the ball. Comes Sudesh, and it's been hit past him. Quick single, not picked up by the tank. Well run by Luxembourg.
Yeah, good start here. Good fiery start here from Luxembourg. Going after the bowlers. Trying to get the Czech fielders and the bowlers on the back foot so they can force the issue here. Lovely intent. I'm sure the chat's enjoying this as well.
And it's a better ball from Sudesh. Died a little bit coming through to the keeper. And it's the end of a very good over there for Luxembourg. So we'll see if 23 for 1, 24 for 1 Luxembourg at the moment. They're above the run rate. So going at 12 and over. Good start after that first bowler for Tim Barker. With Madaranga to continue. Started off his over very well with a wicket, and then a good ball first up to the new batsman, and then got very loose, did Madaranga. You can't afford that at this level. You need discipline in the bowling. Got a lot of options to the Czech Republic. Smith Patel missing out though. As did Sosi Buyan, so they're a couple of bowlers down, but they still have a lot of options. Does the skipper Aaron Ashokan. I said 4 spin options. Like to see Sonny Clefane have a bowl.
Very heavy offside field here for Madaranga.
Comes in and, well, it's just gone up, just almost over the keeper. Good work there from Ushan.
That's a great stop.
Ushan, as soon as he came to the Czech Republic, I think people knew he was going to be a national team keeper at one stage, but he did a lot of work last year. He lost 20 kilos.
Did he?
And yeah, he was.
That's great work.
He was probably the slowest person I've ever seen between wickets at one stage. He just carrying that little bit too much weight. Always very capable with the gloves. Oh, good ball. And especially keeping up to the to spin and medium paces right up to the stumps. Very, very good keeper.
I reckon he's had a good tournament as keeper, as Ushan.
He has. Took a lovely stumping off tree yesterday.
Oh, a dynamite stumping that was, wasn't it?
But I think that's what they've lacked a little bit. No disrespect to Hilal Ahmed, who was the keeper previously, who's did a very good job for the Czech Republic over many years. I think Ushan's a bit of a level above. Oh, lovely ball again for Madaranga. And he's got his line and length back. Needs to keep it consistent. Does Madaranga. So gets a bit of swing early. He's bowling into a wind. He's doing a job for his skipper.
He's put the brakes on here, hasn't he? 3 dot balls containing the Lux batsmen.
It's just about consistency for Madaranga. Been around the traps and played for the Czech Republic for many years. But, can get a bit wayward. Comes in again. That's It's a good ball, could be out, and it's gone. Dylan Stone takes the catch. Just got up and big on the batsman, and that is the end of Girish. So good over here for Madaranga. He's brought it back. So it's a big wicket. Girish looking very dangerous. As has Badaraya, but well, it'll bring new batsman out, and it will be James Barker, who's been the thorn in the Czech side for quite a few years. Scored lots of runs against the Czech Republic. I think he likes batting against them. But this is a very different looking Czech side to what has been in a few years ago. I think it's probably the strongest Czech squad ever here. There's still a couple of players to come into that, and a few on the sidelines as well, who will come into the side in the next year or so. Very good side, well coached as well by Charles Croucher, and the manager also, Sudhir Gladson. It's a real attitude about this Czech side, and a lot of talent as well. So Madaranga will be bowling to the left-handed James Barker, coming around the wicket. He got his brother with the first bowler. Let's see if it'll be the first bowler for James Barker as well. Hopefully not, for Luxembourg's sake. Oh, fantastic ball first up. And Samira, he's dragged it back this over after a good start. It was just loose.
Bit of a jaffa there to the new bowler, to the new batsman, wasn't it? Bit of a jaffa. Welcome to the pitch. Cop that.
Phil, you found your little bit of sun. I'm sitting back a little bit as well.
It is trying conditions here for us commentators. Don't worry about the players, they're used to it, but us, we are struggling here in this cold wind. And it's nice to get a bit of sun on the back there. Well, that's just gotten up on Barker a little bit. And Madaranga to field off his own delivery. Another dot ball. Cracking over.
Is that a wicket maiden, Phil?
Wicket maiden.
Yeah, fantastic over for Madaranga.
Yeah, his men get around him and give him a bit of a pat on the back there. Lovely over. His first over was a tale of two halves with 3 dot balls, and then he got smashed. So he's come back hard, come back strong. Well bowled.
There's good spirit in this Czech side as well, as there is with all the teams here. It's been played in the right manner this tournament.
Hasn't it? Lovely spirit. Good camaraderie between the teams. Good chat. They know each other pretty well now.
Well, the helmet's been called for because we're going to see our first introduction of spin, or spin-ish. It'll be Tripurari Kanyalal who'll bowl. He's an unusual action and a very odd bowler to face. He's a bit quicker than what you expect. Doesn't really turn the ball much. He's as much a medium pacer as he is a spinner. Doesn't get much turn. He's a very good bowler, and it'll be Ushan, who's kept quite a lot to tree over the years down in Brno. He'll be behind the stumps. He's bowling to Badaraya. Just watch us carefully. Get the ball onto the bat.
Good start by Tree.
Yeah, he's come in. It's his first series of Tree. It's well deserved. He's been a good bowler around the traps in the Czech Republic for quite a few years. Comes in again. No, just umpire just holding him back actually. Comes in again. A bit of a charge. Well, it's a chance for a run out. And well run there from James Barker.
We've got Anshu's big brother, Ashwini, back in the chat, cheering on his little brother. Good to see you back here, Ashwini. Appreciate your support as always. You join us at a time when Luxembourg are in a spot of bother at the moment. They're 2 down, chasing a big total, chasing 210 for a victory here. There's a lot of work in front of them to get close to that.
Yeah, they're going to need 11 and over from here on. Had a first couple of good overs, run rate wise, but then Very good over from Mataranga. Wicket maiden tied things up.
Very tight bowling from Mataranga on that second over of his.
Comes Tree again, just down leg side. Nice take from Ushan. That was lightning.
He was. The funny thing about Ushan is, Danny, you warned me a couple of weeks ago about whether I'd seen him play, and I said I hadn't. And you said, you watch him behind the stumps, he is lightning quick. And so far, I have been nothing but impressed about how quick he's been behind the stumps to get the bails off. And just the way he moves and gets around, he follows the ball trajectory so well. This is a really good lesson in the craftsmanship of a class wicketkeeper right here.
The thing is, if you have a good wicketkeeper, especially who can keep up to the stumps like that, is that as a batsman you don't want to venture out of your crease, because if you miss it, you're out. It's just so quick. And this one's a bit short and rubbish from Tree, and that's been hit towards the boundary. And it's
pulling up a bit.
Sonny will get there, and it'll just be 2. Good work out there from the very tall 17-year-old. He's by far the tallest player on the team.
Easily, yeah.
He'll be Dan Casey height when he finishes growing, Sonny. Comes Tree again, just tucked around the corner, and again, chance for a run out. Not a great throw there from Mataranga.
So you're saying we're going to have a Sunzilla?
Son
Son of Danzilla. Well, we don't think he's related though.
I'm looking forward to seeing him. I hope he really gets a bowl.
I hope he does too.
Side.
Yep.
He's hasn't really featured too much apart from fielding as Sonny Clefane.
And we've heard some good things about Sonny too. We want to see this in action.
That's another good ball there from Tree. Just dab down onto the offside. No run.
Just the last thing, just to say on the wicket keeping, Danny, just following off from your last point there, is as a bowler, when you've got a wicket keeper who is quality level, doesn't it give you just that extra bit of confidence?
Of course.
To know that the man behind the stumps, that he's got you. He's there for you.
It's so important to have a quality keeper. I don't think he's the most vocal keeper ever. Is Ushan. He's very, very quietly spoken, but he's very good behind the stumps. And actually, they've got a backup keeper in Devendra Singh, who did really well in Malta. They've got good depth now, whereas I think they struggled a little bit.
Yeah.
The Czechs over the last few years. Ed Knowles, the skipper for the Czech Republic, took the gloves for a while, and then there was Hilal Ahmed, one of the nicest people in Czech cricket, who also did a fine job. Sahil Grover as well was there and thereabouts. But,
did you mention Divi?
I did mention Divi. He's the backup keeper for the Czech Republic.
That's right.
Sure he'll be going up to Finland. Here comes Samira again, and a bit of a slash outside off stump, called a wide. It was a fabulous over from Samira. He's picked up 2 wickets. First one of Tim Barker, and then a very important one of Girish, who looked in good form. That's Mataranga again, and just watchful onto the bat, James Barker.
Yeah, nice and tight bowling there from Mataranga after that little wayward delivery at the start. In at the body. Not much Barker could do with that.
He's very correct as James Barker. He'll push the ball around more than smash it around. But he's capable. I've seen him hit quite a few big sixes as well. But they brought the fine leg up. You'll have to keep this outside off, will Mataranga. Otherwise there's 4 runs off his legs for Barker. This one's in the air, just over the fielder. And they'll look for 2. They should get it pretty comfortably, I think. There's an appeal. And Sunil, the umpire, says no.
Yeah, he's made it well run.
It's a little bit wide, the throw, just a fraction wide. And it's a nice flat throw there from Clefane. But
yeah, I think the keeper had a little bit too much to do there, which gave the batsman a split second to get his ground. And yeah.
He runs well between the wickets as James Barker as well. It's a highlight of his game. Good all-round cricketer. He's good in the field. Actually, good all-round cricketer. I haven't seen him bowl but he's very sharp in the field. Good with the bat. Comes Mataranga. Just pushed out to point for no run. And getting the batsman Badaraya back, Baduria back into his crease.
See what Barker can do. Definitely going down leg, that one. No need for an appeal there. And no run. So Barker stranded at the striker's end, not been able to get it away. Mataranga doing well.
Yeah, it's dried up a little bit, the runs, after a good second over, really, from the Luxembourg team. Right up near the run rate, and this one's been dragged down on the leg side. Throw at the stumps, but nothing on really.
Yeah, a bit short, but just couldn't get in position to really put any power into that pull shot, and couldn't pierce the gap. But yeah, tough going here for Luxembourg in these early overs. Obviously, they got off to a fairly good start, first and second over, especially Mataranga's first over, the second half of his first over, which gave up, I think, 10 runs it was, and then the second over got a few more, but it's gone a little bit quiet now.
Comes Samira again. This is a full toss, been hit out towards the boundary. That'll be 4.
That's got the treatment.
That's Mataranga just got too full. So
yeah, well played. Took advantage of that full toss, jumped onto it pretty quickly, and smashed it through the other vacant wicket area to the boundary for 4. A well-needed 4. They're going to need a lot more of those before the day's out.
yeah, for sure. Luxembourg just need to pump up that score. Still need just about 12 and over, 11 and a half, 12 and over. And it's gone a little bit slow, those 2 wickets, especially the one of Girish, I think. It was looking pretty good.
Yeah, 37 for 2 after 5, Danny. They need a lot more.
They do need a lot more.
And they need them in quick time.
Oh, looking to my left, Dan Casey and Marek the Medic are enjoying their curries.
In the chat, someone blow away those clouds, please. Don't like the look of those a lot. Couldn't agree with you more. It is looking a little dark. I've got to say, it was darker earlier, but that wind is definitely pushing the clouds through very, very quickly. At the moment, I don't think we've got any chance of rain. I think we're going to get through this innings without a scratch, without a hitch. The wind is definitely pushing the weather out very quickly.
Oh,
It's been lofted very nicely over the covers for another boundary shot.
interesting move by the skipper. I quite like it when skippers will change their bowling lineup after just 1 over, and it's Naveed Ahmed as there's the bowler. Tree only going for 5 if he's over, and he's mixing it up. But nice shot there from James Barker, and bowling around the wicket to the left-hander. Ahmed, very experienced, bowled very well during this tournament, picked up a couple of vital wickets. Comes in again. It's been cut away, no run to a point. It's Sudesh there.
Always good to see the chat getting behind some of the big names who are popping up in the chat. A lot of support around for people like Tony Whiteman and for Baderia as well. Ashwini cheering on with his family from India.
The full toss, just be a single, didn't quite get it away there, James Barker. It's a full toss, he would like to have got a boundary from that one. Cut off well though. Subbu Ndavisi doing the fielding. Ahmed now bowling over the wicket, the right-handed Baduria. Comes Ahmed. And bit of an appeal, and he's given him. Well, that's another wicket down. Baduria's gone.
Oh, the slow raised finger.
Very pensive is Sunil when he makes LBW decisions. And that one, I don't think there was much doubt about it. Tried big hoik, got down on one knee. Height wasn't a problem. It was obviously hitting the stumps according to the umpire. So that's another wicket down for Luxembourg. They are 3 wickets down now for 42. We'll bring new batsman out. It is Just Mies, who's a very good batsman as well. Is used. Can score big runs. He can score them pretty quickly as well. But he'll have to bat well to get them out of this hole.
I was going to say, not for the first time, Danny. The skipper marches out with a lot on his shoulders.
No, a lot on his shoulders for sure.
And another wicket for
Navid Ahmed.
I think Navid's had a pretty good tournament so far, hasn't he? He's bowled economically.
very economically. Look, and taking the pace off the ball has been a very good option for all these teams. It's dried the runs up. Also, especially chasing a big total.
Yeah.
These players are trying to hit the ball maybe a bit too hard.
Yeah.
Comes on mate again. And that could be close as well. Maybe going down leg.
Ooh. Yeah, I think it was going a bit down leg. Yeah. Well bowled, Navid.
Yeah, very good over, and a good bowling change there for the Czech Republic by Ashokan, bringing on very experienced Navid Ahmed. After Tree he bowled a good over, only 5 from it, and then Navid Ahmed also 5, but he took a wicket. So it'll be Ritik Tomar to take up the attack.
Danny, I want to pose you a question that's in the chat, so I need you to put your Supercoach hat on for me, please.
Yeah.
Will Sabawun get a bowl today?
No.
That's a very quick reply from
Supercoach. You heard it first there, chat. And I know you've got a good justification, and I agree with you 100%, but
Yeah.
I'd like you to explain why it's a no.
Because I think there's better bowling options. Sub is a good bowler, but he's very much a confidence bowler. I think maybe yesterday against Austria, with the second last over, in hindsight, he might have been the man to turn to instead of Ritik Tomar, who went for 16 off his over. But that's in hindsight. I think Sub is a good bowler, but when you look at international level, he's also pretty straight when the ball's not moving. Here comes Ritik Tomar, bowling to James Barker, just turns that away on the leg side. They'll look for 2. They're not going to chance the fielding of Dylan Stain.
Yeah, if I could just jump in there as well, I agree with you 100%. I think Arun's got a lot of options up his sleeve, and I don't think a medium pacer is quite what he probably wants right now.
Well, I was just mentioning that spin's done the job in this tournament so far.
Yeah.
So the batsman has to put the pace on the ball rather than just lean on it and get runs. And so it's brave of Arun also to bring Ritik on. He only bowled 1 over yesterday against Austria. This one's down leg. It's all wide.
I mean, these are just our thoughts. I mean, Arun will have a plan that he's going to work towards.
Sure.
We expect that from Arun. He's a quality skipper, so that's something that I think we'll see. Time will tell whether Sabawun will get a bowl. He's just in front of us, so I'm going to be careful with what I say. But I wouldn't expect him to get a bowl either. I agree with 100% there. I think spin's the key here for all the teams in this tournament.
Well, there's a bit of a flashback there for Ritik Tomar. And ball being hit back at him.
Yeah, he copped a blow from friendly fire when he was batting. In that short time that he was batting, copped it just below the waist on the top of the leg.
Oh, that's a good ball there from
That's
Tomar.
better.
He was a bit too full yesterday, and it was Momin, very good batsman for Austria, that took him apart. And
The other thing I felt about Tomar yesterday in that over where he went for too many was he rushed his over, and he just needed to just calm it down and have a think where the next ball was going to go.
he's bowling a good length here, just short of a length, and not allowing the batsman any width. It's been a good start from Tomar, apart from that wide. He's an important player for the Czech Republic. He's only just made his debut in Malta about a month ago. It's Riddick Tomar. But we've been watching the ECN, the ECS series. He's been a good player around the traps for a while. This one's, wow, it's got that one too much down leg side and to do a lot of work here. Dylan Stain to stop it. In fact, they will pull up.
It stopped dead, didn't it?
Well, they'll come back for another, I think they ran 3. So it's good running there between Mies and Barker. But can't afford to be down leg side to the left-hander. And again, it's a little bit what happened with the Czechs, with Kranti and Dylan Stain, right-hander, left-hander combination. Just plays with your mind a little bit as a bowler. It's a quick single taken. The beast there, Sudesh Wikramasekara, picks up the ball. And that's the end of the over. So not a bad one there for Tomar, 7 from it. But not enough for Luxembourg.
49 for 3 after 7, Danny.
12 and a half and over they need, pretty much.
They're going at 7 and over, which is not enough. There's still a few overs up their sleeve here, but they're going to want to put the foot down very quickly and very soon.
This wind is brutal, by the way, Phil.
Oh, I've got memories of the last couple of years. Sometimes when we've commentated here, the last ECS, then if Vinny Jeps gets on the chat, he'll know exactly what we're talking about. Vinny, Terry, you and me in tough conditions here at the ECS last year. And the previous year, we were in some tough conditions ourselves during the Czech Super Series. Was the Super Series in October of 2020 when we had these similar conditions. There's a couple of photos of me in awful conditions. Big shout, pleading shout. Sunil, completely unmoved. What a consummate professional he is.
Yeah, it was a big shout. Very confident, especially the bowler. Not out, says the umpire. Comes Navido Man again. Oh, it's a nice ball outside. I've started a little bit quicker.
Nice quick delivery there, wasn't it? Yeah, this wind is cutting through us, absolutely cutting through us. The players out there will want to be moving around and jogging a bit, and that ball's going to be smacking into their hands quite heavily when it comes their way.
I'm looking forward to my Curry. Chance for a run out, but well run, James Barker.
Yeah, wide throw.
I'm looking forward to the Curry so I can pour it onto my face, which is starting to freeze up.
Well, I'm planning to get my curry and just put my hands in it. I'm not going to eat with a knife and fork. I'm just going to use my hands. I'm going to be licking my hands. I don't need to go any further than that. Apologies to the chat for that graphic I've just given you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting something into my hands. My hands are so white. They're ghostly. It's awful. It is so cold here right now. That wind.
Mate, the rest of you is pretty white apart from your red face.
Oh, I got some real bad windburn on Friday. Couldn't believe it when I got home, looked in the mirror. Wife was laughing. She always finds it funny when I cop a bit of sun, because she knows that's one of the reasons I left Australia was I couldn't stand the heat, couldn't stand the sun. And yeah, I come here to Europe and I'm getting burnt every other day.
Well, it's been really hot here in the Czech Republic, as I think it has been pretty much all around Europe.
Yeah, it's been a strong summer in Europe, hasn't it, already?
38 degrees, which is melting point for most Czechs.
Yeah.
So this is in the air, and it's going to go over Ashogun and in between he and Sonny Clefane. It's just a single in the end. Bit of a missed shot there from the skipper.
Yeah, it's been a pretty brutal summer so far, hasn't it? There's been a few days in a row which has been over 30 degrees here, and as you say, melting point for some of the Czechs. And Danny, I know for a fact that you don't have air conditioning in your flat.
And I'm on the top level as well, so it radiates through the ceiling.
Oh.
It is a bit warm. The fan has been on a bit of a constant thing in my apartment. And the other thing is with where I live is I have mosquitoes, so I leave the door open. Mosquitoes come in. I can't get to sleep either because of the heat or the mosquitoes. Even the dogs try to catch mosquitoes when they come too close. Annoying little buggers.
That's one thing that also wanted to get away from Australia for was the damn mosquitoes. Yeah, it's pretty tough. But speaking of tough, Luxembourg still doing it very tough out there. They're still hanging in there. I mean, there's still a glimmer. They're 3 wickets down, but that glimmer is fading with every over. Very tough going out there. The Czechs are looking pretty solid at the moment.
It was a bright start after that early wicket, but
yeah, no, the Luxembourg guys, they're doing it very tough. We just had a quick conference with the scorers. There is a bit of an issue with the scoring app. The guys are working on it to our left, and they'll have it right for you any moment now. So just please bear with us.
nice shot out there. Shekin will do well to stop it, and he has stopped it.
He didn't realise he'd stopped it. Oh, Aaron.
That's sloppy.
That was not a good throw though from the skip. He should be doing better than that.
Wow, it was just not very well taken by Tomar at the stumps and not backed up. There are two players out there. They're both quite deep. And,
Yeah.
That was a little bit sloppy there.
Bit comical on the boundary line there from Aaron Ashokan. He managed to get a little bit of his leg behind it, but he kept running as though he knew it had gone over the line, but it hadn't. It was just lolling there about 1 foot from the boundary line. So he had to double back quick smart.
Comes Tomar in again. Oh, this one's been hit pretty
Oh,
long way.
no one's getting that.
That's 6 runs. Nice shot there.
Oh, what a cracking shot from the skipper.
Let's hit towards that sign. You might see a sign out there. It says Prague, Praha. And it's to do with the sponsorship given by the city council. And I'm not sure if it's a bit of rain coming
It's looking a bit misty in the distance there, isn't it? In the near distance.
in the near distance. Oh, this has gone again. This has been smashed. And Tomar pasting here.
Tomo going for 2 for 2.
Youth Mies, he's very experienced campaigner, very, very good batsman as well, is Mies. And that's 12 runs off 2 balls for the bowler, and I think it feels like it is raining. Phil, look up.
Yep.
The rain's coming in ever so slightly.
It's a bit of a drizzle. Yep, we're getting a bit of water on our bench here. It's not enough to take people off the ground just yet, but that wind and rain combined is going to make it a little bit tough. Yeah, we're just looking for a bit of protection on the electrical equipment here in front of us, just as this drizzle starts to come in.
Yeah, it's this coming in with the wind. It's blowing onto our electrical equipment, and I know we've got an issue with the scoring app at the moment. They're working on it. The score. I'll update you the score in just a moment. Tomar continues. Bowling to James Barker. Get out towards the leg side to Dylan Stain, just a single. Just having issues with the scoring app as we mentioned. So unable to give you the updated score.
Score it.
2 for 3 is the score. It's a good over there.
Thank you, scorers.
Luxembourg. That's off 9 overs.
Thank you, scorers.
I think that's probably the best way to go when the technology fails, is actually to ask the scorers. It's a pretty good option, I reckon, Phil. That
It's
one
great.
It's to think about.
And it's good that they're only not even a stone's throw. They're right next to us, and we could just lean over and tap on the shoulder.
By the way, that
So
was
thank you very much.
That was really a passing shower.
It's gone already, hasn't
Already.
it? Fantastic. Yeah. Now we got a bit concerned there. There was a bit of light misty rain coming into the scorer's tent.
Well, chance for a run out here if he hits. Well, run, I think, and they'll look for a second. They won't go for it on
No second there.
Stain's arm. So
Yeah,
it's,
it's been slightly threatening all morning, but I think that has come and gone.
Because the wind is so strong, it pushed it as quickly as it arrived, and we're thankful for that. Although I'm not thankful for that wind kicking up again.
Look at Ahmed
Oosh.
rolling to James Barker. And this one's been hit straight to the man, just over
Oh!
it. Only just be a single. I think they'll come back for two. Be comfortable in the end. Bit of a fumble there from Clefane, just over the head of Ashokan, who's quite a tall man.
I thought he timed his leap all right, actually.
Thought he did as well. But precision there from James Barker. Running well between the wickets, these two as well. Comes Ahmed again. And again, hit to that man, Ashokan, who knocks it down. They'll take another two. Looks like they're targeting him. But Ahmed maybe getting a little bit straight, hitting on the leg side. Comes again, bowling to Barker. This one's hit in the air. Player going back, won't take it. That's Tree. And so could pick up a throw in the end, but didn't quite go back. Misjudged it slightly. Difficult with this wind. So seem to be back with the score. This is a welcome relief to everybody.
Yeah, thanks for your patience in the chat on that one, but we are back. Scores are correct and live.
This one's been hit straight. Now look for a second again, and they won't get it this time. Could pick up a throw. It's Davisi out there. And Naveed. He's bowled well, taking a wicket. Gone for 16, 17 in fact, just under 3 overs. Good consistent performer for the Czechs. This one's hit straight back to him, good fielding.
Well bowled.
So at the end of the 10th over, halfway there, Phil, Bon Jovi time.
It is Bon Jovi time in terms of the overs.
3 wickets down for 80. They're behind the run rate. They need about 13 and over. In fact, they need exactly 13 and over. Going at 8 and over at the moment are Luxembourg. So need to get a move on.
Yeah.
The players take a little bit of a drink.
I bet the Luxembourg guys wish it was Bon Jovi time in terms of the runs needed, but unfortunately they are adrift quite a bit actually in terms of being halfway there. They've got a bit more to do. The second half of this innings is going to have to be fireworks galore if they're going to get close to this mammoth total of 210 for the victory. But while we've got Barker and Mees out there striking the ball well, running very well, those two between the stumps, they've got every chance of getting close and closer and closer to that total. If they can take this deep, then you never know. You never know.
Well, true. They've got 10 overs left to get 130 and 60 balls is doable if you think of T10, but those T10 boundaries are a little bit shorter than this.
Yeah, and you've got to remember Luxembourg had to get 120 off the same number of balls yesterday against Austria, and they only managed 80 something from memory, mid 80s I think it was. It's possible, but as you say, Danny, these boundaries are a lot bigger than you'd expect in a normal T10. These are 60, 65 metre boundaries around. It's going to be a tall order.
And I think he's done the right thing here. Arun is giving Tree a bowl this time from the nearer end here, the Banks end. Bowled pretty well to Tree in his first over. Only 5 from it. Kept him back. He's got quite a few options as the skipper. Can bowl himself as well. We're trying to twist his arm to give Sonny Clefane a bowl. So you might do a bit later in the innings. As mentioned, pace not really working for the Czechs. It's been the spin options so far in this man, Jabari Kanyalal, Naveed Ahmed, also yesterday the skipper himself. He bowled to James Barker. Tree, an awkward customer, coming to bowl to Barker. And that's close, and it's going to be a leg by, maybe going down leg. He varies his pace well, does Tree. He's almost a medium pacer.
maybe Arun's thinking of getting himself a bowl maybe in the next few overs.
I think it's
Try to chew up a few overs himself.
I definitely think he will. Here comes Tree bowling to Just Mies, who hit a couple of big sixes off Riddick Tomar's last over. Let's put another man down at catching position. About a fly slip. It's been cut down to Dylan Stain. It should just be one.
I don't think the Czechs are too concerned at this point with how Luxembourg are going, but I reckon they would want to get rid of one of these to really just arrest any sort of threat that may be there, and just to ensure that they are always the ones who are in the pole position.
Well, it's partly that, and that's been tucked around the corner. It's too much down leg side from Tree.
It's going to run, isn't it?
Go for 4. Valiant chase there by the fielder, but just got that wrong. The bowler to the left-hander, and yeah. Look, the other thing is that I have one look at the result of the game.
Yep.
Which is looking pretty good for them at the moment, but the other for the net run rate.
Net run rate could be quite critical at the end of the day.
For sure.
Especially at the end of today. Literally, yes.
At the end of the day. This is in the air.
It's coming towards us.
VZ is
no, it's not.
Not going to get there. Not very well hit by Barker. Lucky he didn't get more of it. Would have been a pretty simple catch to VZ.
Yeah. Yeah, the net run rate, all important net run rate, because if Czech Republic do snatch the victory here, which got to say on current scores they're looking more likely to do that, it's going to bring it down to the end of the day, isn't it?
Oh, interesting from Mies. I'm not sure if he hit the bat.
Let's have a look at the umpire.
Leg by, and no, it's going to be.
That was off the bat.
So Tree with the appeal in vain. So can't get LBW if it hits the bat.
Yeah, pretty sure that's in the rules somewhere.
Somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere at the back there. It's a big book. I haven't read the whole thing, but it's in there somewhere. I'm sure of it. I thought Ushar might get across for a catch actually.
It's been dragged onto the leg side. Dylan Staines out there. They'll look for 2. I don't think they'll take him on. And of all the fielders,
well backed up.
All the fielders you don't want to take on, it would be Dylan Stain. That's the end of the over. Not a bad one for Luxembourg. It's 8 from it, but they're still about the current run rate. Need over 13 and over, 13 and a half and over they need now. 121 needed from 54 balls, and looking a little bit grim now. They can really attack this bowling, but taking the pace off the ball, just limiting the stroke making of these batsmen. Has all tournament.
There's Jackie Madan in the chat saying, keep pushing Lux boys, just take the game close. Couldn't agree more. If they get the game close, anything can happen. We've seen some strange results in these short format games. Results that you don't expect.
He sits it down the ground, just a single.
Yeah, still a bit of cricket left in this match, but time is starting to become the enemy, and balls are becoming the enemy of the Lux batters. We're into the 12th over, 90 runs on the board.
Comes Ahmed bowling to Mies. Charges him, hits him big. Staines coming around, and he won't get there. That's 4 runs. Good effort out in the boundary.
Yeah, it was a good effort out there, but it was always going to be up against it to try to cut off the boundary, let alone even try to get in for the catch. And Mies continues his very handy innings here by the skipper. He's keeping the flame alive.
James Barker is 36 off 30 as well. So he's always batted well against the Czechs. And Mies has given himself a bit of space.
Ooh.
And Ahmed's followed him. Good bowling.
Is that the right idea, looking at that vacant behind square gap?
Well, there is a man back there, but you're right.
He's legitimately behind square, but behind him, coming towards us, there's a big gap.
That's out.
And he's gone.
That's a
well
combination.
bowled.
They've been, they know each other very well, these two, Ahmed and Ushan. And that's,
Well bowled not by
stumping.
Naveed.
And that's the end of good little innings there from the skipper. 24 off 18, 17. And now we'll bring Shivkaran Gill to the crease. He's not happy with himself. Is used to miss. And as we said before, if they get out of the crease and they miss it, there's no way that Ushan's going to miss the stumping. Lightning fast.
Sort of felt that Eust was just getting into his stride. He had a couple of good hits in the previous couple of overs, and this one as well.
Yep.
He was starting to free the shoulders a bit. He knew there was 9 overs to go, get into it. So that's probably why he's a little bit upset with himself for missing that one. And he missed the previous one as well, which I think if he'd managed to connect, he could have got something quite fine behind his pads. But it's all a question of what could have been, huh?
It's a lot to do with the bowling as well. I mean, the 2 big sixes in a row for Riddick Tomar with the ball coming onto the bat, taking the pace off, checks, and this one's tucked around the corner. Must be a single. I'll bring James Barker back on the strike. But it's been good bowling from Naveed. He's picked up 2 wickets, good wickets too. With a good economy rate, just going around about 6 and over.
And Danny, we've been joined in the chat by Mr. Vinny Sander himself.
Vinny.
Good to see you there, Vinny. Great to see you drop in and say hello. And
Yep, we'll look forward to seeing you back in Prague again soon, of course.
and thanks for the nod.
Just finished the series in Brescia. I think moving on, is it to Rome next? Maybe for the
I think
the
that,
ECN.
yeah, I think that sounds about right. Yeah, Rome.
There's a Milan and then Brescia. So
Yeah, but thanks for dropping by, Mr. Maximo. Always love to see
See
you.
you in the chat. We know you're a massive fan of cricket here in Prague, and yeah, I knew you'd said you were going to try dropping at some point over the tournament and say good day.
I've got news for you and Vinny.
What's that?
Jesus Christ has moved.
Have they?
I think they're in Davidza now, which is the other side of the city for us. Not a walk from your place.
They've moved to Davidza?
I think so.
No.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I'm grumpy.
So,
I'm quite upset. Jesus Crust is a lovely Czech restaurant here that was actually very close to my place.
Czech restaurant.
It's a Czech restaurant, but let me qualify that. That does American-style barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
Run by Czechs, of course. Yeah, that's... oh, wow, that's amazing news.
Yeah, so
We'll have to go visit
we'll have to go visit.
because they are quality.
Comes Tree again, just down leg side a bit. Didn't get it away, did Barker, who's been batting pretty well. And bring Shivkaran Gill back on strike. James Barker, 36. 37 actually off 31. A couple of fours. Been running very well between the wickets.
Tony Whiteman just saying, gotta love you and leave you, off for a family lunch. Thanks for dropping by, Tony. It was always good to see you in the chat, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Cheers from myself and Danny, and all of the cricket fraternity here.
It's down leg side that time as well. Up to the right-hander. Tree's not quite getting his line right. Can be called a leg by, I think. It will be. It's been pretty good bowling from Tree so far. Just under about 6.5 and over. Hasn't picked up a wicket yet. He's in bowling to James Barker. Just hits it back past him. Just be a single. Davisi running in from the boundary. Good work there. And they're moving quickly between balls here, the Czechs. I don't think there are any time issues yet. They really want to get through their overs. Comes Tree again. Oh, and that's good effort there from the keeper. Bit of an appeal. The umpire doesn't like it. But nice bowling.
Yeah, I've been pretty impressed with Tree since his inclusion in the side in this tournament. My first good look at him. He's did you describe him as all arms and legs?
Yeah, he's very flailing action.
Yeah.
With all arms and legs, but tricky bowler and just awkward. But what the he was brought into the side. I think the skipper Aaron had a big part of bringing Tree into this this lineup. And he comes in again, bowling to Gill. Tries to muscle it through the leg side. Should just be a single, I think. Mataranga well in and a good throw back.
Yeah, I think it was pretty instrumental. It was Aaron, the skipper, in getting Tree into this lineup, and partly I think was to do with the fact that they needed another spin option, the Czechs, but also that he's got a very good understanding with the keeper Ushan.
Vinny just letting us know that it's Bologna next week and Rome the week after. Thanks,
Bologna,
Vinny.
That's right. Nice ground down in Bologna as well. That's 4
That's
runs.
4 runs.
Shot there
Smashed.
for Barker.
Barker's marching on.
Deserves the 50, does James Barker. He's doing very well.
He's doing everything he can to get to it. He's on 43 from 34, doing very well.
The other thing with Tree is he's got the best economy rate in the domestic league in the Czech Republic. So he's very handy bowler, and he's been good in this tournament. As Tripaturi Kanhel Lal is he's making his debut here. Sure, he'll play in the next game as well. Let's see. Well, it's Sonny Clefane is there on the boundary. That's where he's been all game and pretty much all tournament. Wondering what he has to do to get a bowl. As it'll be the skipper, Shokin, will bring himself on.
13 overs gone, 104 for 4. I would have thought this would be a great time to bring on Sonny.
Yeah, they need 15 and over, and
You'd
nothing to lose for me.
You'd feel safe here, wouldn't you, bringing on a young gun like Sonny?
I would definitely bring him on. I wish he could hear me, Arun, but he's the skipper. He's been doing a very good job this weekend for the Czech Republic. Just poked down to the gully for a single.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to stir up Arun by running to the boundary line and screaming that he should give Sonny a ball. Because obviously I can't blend into the crowd here because the capacity crowd has been reduced to 0, unfortunately. So yeah, I'll stand out like a sore thumb.
So what if it was sunnier? I think we'd have a bit of a crowd, at least a couple.
Well, if the sun was out, we could yell out Sonny, and when Arun gives us a look, we'll just point at the sky and say, "We're talking about the weather." No. Although you could give him a bowl. No, it'd be great to see Sonny Clefane get a bowl. He's patrolling that boundary line like a hungry wolf.
He's very keen. He's a very nice young man. As I said, he's only very young, so looking towards the future, I think, the Czech selectors with Clefane. Comes to Shokin. Rolling to Gill. Charges. Hits that nicely, and that's going to be 6.
Yeah, he's got all of that. Bosh into the potato field. Well, it's actually not a potato field, is it?
It's not a potato field.
We only call it a leather potato field.
Yeah, it's some sort of grain. Could be barley. In this country, barley's a big thing. Of course, the source of beer. So it's cleared up quite a bit here.
The wind has stopped above everything else. Vinny, if you're still on the chat, you should have been on the chat about half an hour ago. The wind picked up to biblical 2021 proportions, and it almost got the point of having to hold things down again. Memories of last year.
This is in the air.
He hasn't got enough of that, has he? But it's going to fall safe, I think.
Good
No,
catch
it's
there
not.
from
It's going to fall
Davisi.
safe in his hands is what it's going to do.
Very good catch there from Davisi. Made good ground from the boundary.
He charged in for that one. Hungry like the wolf.
So at the end of a very good innings there from James Barker. Falls short of his 50. Always gets runs against the Czechs, does James Barker. So I'm bringing a new batsman. 5 wickets down now, Luxembourg. Looking like a bit of a thankless task for these new batsmen. William Cope will come in. But I think they'll go home winless. Luxembourg, it's a long drive back. They've improved as the tournament's gone on. Have Luxembourg with the bat.
They have.
Not enough firepower compared to the other two teams on show, Austria and the Czech Republic. Big score that they were chasing, 210. I now need 97 or 37. It's still possible, but highly improbable.
Yeah, it's funny with cricket when you boil it down to a game of maths. I guess everything's possible, but as you say, Danny, highly improbable. 15.73 and over required. Currently going at 8. which is not a bad run rate in a T20 match at all. And again, it's all about the intent, and I agree with 100%. The intent from Luxembourg and their batting has gotten better as the tournament's gone on, but unfortunately we are sort of towards get to the back end of this last game for them, and I think they're going to fall short.
Well, I think they'll definitely fall short. I think they'll try to get closer to the total, but for the Czechs it's about dismissing the Luxembourg team in the next few overs, or keeping the run rate down, because the run rate may well... Oh, it's another one. That's a good catch there. Mataranga dives forward. Lovely catch.
Ripper.
And that's Aaron Ashokan, the skipper, on a hat-trick. William Cope
Well,
going first ball. Lovely catch there, diving forward from Samira Mataranga.
and suddenly, skipper Aaron is on a hat-trick. William Cope walking back looking quite dejected, to be honest. Didn't know much about that.
It's,
But
have to wait a little bit. Aaron is on a hat-trick, but have to wait to the next over. It will be Pankaj Malav to come in. It'll be Tree to continue, I think.
Danny, question in the chat posed by Vinny. Would you pick Ushan as your keeper for ECC? Question mark.
Yes, I think he improves the team a lot.
I think my answer would be yes to that as well. From what I've seen so far,
He's a good keeper, really. I don't think Vinny's actually seen Ushan play, because he was injured last year while Vinny was commentating, and he didn't play this year due to availability.
yeah, okay.
So have a good look at him, Vinny. See what you think. It's a nice cut shot. That'll be
Lovely
4.
cut shot that. It's going to roll.
Might be
No, it's
4.
going to pull up.
Oh, well done by Dylan Stain. Did hold up a little bit.
It did
Just-
hold up.
It's a bit uphill on that side of the ground. I thought he got a nice piece of that, the batsman.
Yeah, I think what I would say to people who are looking at Ushan is if you can have a look at yesterday's match replay against Austria, where Ushan took a ripper of a stumping off Navid, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yep.
And I can't remember.
Tree, actually.
Was it Tree? It was Tree, thank you guys. I can't remember who the batsman was, but he took an absolute blinder of a stumping, lightning quick, and that was some quality work. And I know, Vinny, you as a wicketkeeper yourself would appreciate that work behind the stumps.
It's dragged down to the leg side. They'll look for 2. Clefane's out there, picks it up well. Good throw in. And he had to hurry in the end, the batsman Gill. Good fielding out there. And Tree, he's been a good addition to this side. Maybe a surprise inclusion, but this is in the air. It's going to be caught by the skipper, Ashokan. Tree gets another wicket in this tournament. He's very happy about that. As I said, he's been a very good inclusion, and that's the end of Gill. So
7 down now.
Luxembourg, they're giving it a good go, but they're going to fall short. And as I said, the Czechs would like to dismiss this team next couple of overs, just to pump up that run rate, make it a very interesting game coming up against Austria.
Can I propose something very tough for you here now, Danny? We're halfway through this over. There's only 3 wickets left in the Luxembourg lineup.
Yep.
Aaron Ashokan took 2 wickets off his last 2 balls in his previous over.
Yeah.
Does he bring himself on for the next over, or does he throw the ball to Sonny Clefane for his first over?
Phil, there's no way that you're going to drag the ball out of Aaron Ashokan's hands.
It depends. Surely, I mean, I know he's an all-rounder and he's the skipper, but what does he do?
This is Tree's last over.
Yeah, Tree's still got he's still got 3 to come.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I would bring Clefane on from this bank's end, and the wind is turned around. Actually, it's behind us now, Phil.
It has. It's coming over my left shoulder now.
So so the batsman will be hitting into the wind. Oh, that's a bad ball there from Tree. Vinny sees Tree as more a medium pacer than a spin bowler, but it's a bit of a combination of both.
He gives it a rip, doesn't he?
He's a bit of a Swiss Army knife of spinners.
That's the wide Swiss Army knife there.
Actually, with these arms flailing like that, he does resemble a Swiss Army knife when you open it. This one's hit out on the leg side. Matarango took a lovely catch on the last over to bring Ashokan on a hat-trick. He does the fielding there.
I think one more to come.
There's one more to come, Phil.
One more to come, and then we'll see if Arun brings himself on to get that hat-trick.
Like an international hat-trick, I think, Arun. No way he's not bowling this next over. Comes Tree, the final ball of his spell. This is in the air, just
Cut away nicely.
But just a single.
Yeah, just the one to Dylan staying out there as the boundary rider. That's the end of the 16th. Sorry, end of the 15th. 120 for 7 on the board. 18 runs required per over for Luxembourg. The mountain is definitely vertical now.
So Arun Ashokan will take the next over. I'm not a betting man, Phil, but that would have been a safe bet for me.
I really want to run to the boundary line, dump the headphones, run the boundary line, and call out Sonny, just because I think
he's
it'd be
I
good
think
to
he's
see.
going to do it because it's taking the pace off has done wonders for the Czech Republic. You saw first 2 overs went for 24. They were right on the run rate, and they brought spin on and just slowed things down. So Ashokan, and that could be out. Big appeal, trying to turn around the corner.
Shake of the
Sunil
head.
not moving.
No, ooh, almost. Oh,
Moved right across the stumps. Ashokan misses out on his hat-trick. He's in again and just tucks that around the corner. Bit of a chase on for Tree. In fact, it's Crunty
that's nicely played there.
who falls to the ground for no reason.
No reason.
I'm just getting a little bit of protection from the glare here from the ground staff, Dan Casey and Roy also. He's doing a good job. Big thanks to the ground staff. It's down leg side, called a wide. Yeah, big thanks to the ground staff who have worked really hard here in trying conditions.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of volunteers here acting as our ground staff. Been magnificent for this tournament. Absolutely fantastic. Big thank you to them.
This one's gone down towards Tree down on the boundary. Just be a single.
Just backward a square.
Not bad over here from Ashokan. Not quite the success he had with the last over. And it'll be a batsman, Mohit Dixit. He's had a very good game. Took a couple of nice catches, including a spectacular one-hander on the boundary to dismiss Sudesh. This one's trying to hoik it on the onside, sorry. Look for 2, they won't get it. Good fielding there from Tree. He's asked him to come in and around as the skipper. Led his team well, has Ashokan. 124 for 7 now. This has been dabbed down to point, no run. Bit of a weird throw in there from Tomar. A bit of a smile and a glare from the wicket keeper. It's Ashokan again. To Dixit. Gone. Bit of a replay of, it's like Groundhog Day.
Touch of deja vu.
Just a touch. So he gets, look, Sonny's getting a bowl. Fantastic.
Yes.
So, very
Sonny.
tall leg spinner.
Oh, this is going to make my day.
Sussex in England. This is going to be the his first over in international cricket. Let's wish all the best for the young man.
Oh, absolutely. This is a bit of a special treat for everybody watching live at the moment to see Sonny Clefane get his first ball. First chance, have a bowl in international T20I. We, as Danny says, wish him the best. Could be the start of a massively good career here. We've been looking forward to seeing him all tournament.
He plays at a good level down in Brighton and Hove in the Sussex League. So let's hope his family's watching as well. I'm sure they will be.
Yeah, and
Hope
maybe
they will be.
and maybe a few of his mates from Brighton Hove area as well.
Yeah, if they're not out on the field, they might be playing today. But probably have their mobile phones out.
Early Sunday morning, they might be in church. I'm not sure.
early Sunday morning.
Well, they're an hour different from us, aren't they?
Well, what's the time, Phil? Oi, not a great start.
Oh, we all get a loosener though. Isn't that a fact that we all get a loosener, and our first bowl in international cricket can be a loosener, I guess. Let's hope the next one's going to be a bit more there. Yeah, a bit of encouragement from the people around the ground. Want to see Sonny Lamb on the pitch and see what he can do with the batsman here.
Not much better.
Not much better, no. It's an interesting bowling style.
Yeah.
Haven't seen that one before. Slightly sort of cramped. Unfortunately, he puts it out for a wide. He'll find his line.
Maybe a chat to him is the skipper Arun.
A little encouraging pat on the back. Good to see everyone over there giving some encouragement to the young man.
It's not much better. It's been hammered down to the boundary before, a bit too short.
Yeah, and a bit wayward as well. He's got to find that line. A few balls, few looseners. But still, very glad to see him getting his chance here. Happy to report that the wind has died down. As I say that, it strikes up again. Give us a break. Oof. It's nice standing at the sun.
Run rate required now, 20 and over. They're not going to get there, Luxembourg. It's been hit down towards that man on the boundary. It's Sudesh cuts it off. It's in the air. It's, shaking his hand up a bit. Yes, Clefane. It's always difficult to loosen up. It's been pretty brisk conditions. Loosen the fingers. This one's not a bad ball. That's a lot better from the young man.
Dan, you got a question in the chat from our good buddy Keanu, who's asking anyone who we can think of who played well in the ECS, who isn't in this side, and who maybe should be picked for ECC.
Well, there's this one's hit again towards the boundary, just a single. One name that comes to mind, who is on the periphery a little bit, is Satyajit Sen Gupta, who played very well.
Satyajit, yes, he did, didn't he?
In Khartoum. He was the pick of the bowlers for the Czechs. He's missed out in this tournament. This one's hit towards Sudesh. This will just be a single again. Charging leg side is. It's interesting. A relay throw instead of. I think it was a relay throw. It definitely went to the fielder down there, Naveed Ahmed. But yeah, he's one definitely. Sharan, I think Krishnan, who's a very, very good batsman, who I'm sure we'll see in the qualifiers.
Yep.
Vishak is another one who missed out in this tournament. Vishak is.
Vishak. He was playing in Khartoum, wasn't he?
He was playing in Khartoum all through them. Yeah, they're both reserves for the tournament. Sen Gupta.
That's right.
A little bit unlucky, but not picked. Down leg side again. Plenty of practice down there, Sudesh. Just look for a second. It's going to be out. Oh, it's not going to be out.
He's missed.
Oh, Ushan.
Point blank range.
Well,
not sure he was home. I couldn't see from this angle, but yeah, Ushan's had a bit of a miss in point blank range.
Done a Sherbet Bhatia there.
Well, Sonny's had his first over. Probably not the most auspicious introduction to international cricket for the young man. I hope he gets another over though to try to find his line.
You can see there's a bowler there.
Oh, you can see that, yeah.
I mean, he's still very young, but also the fact that it's very cold conditions. Getting the hands warmed up for a leg spinner, it is a little bit difficult. 14 off the over. And Shokin will continue. He's taken 2 for 14 off 2. 23 and over required. I think the game's out of reach now. I want to get some wickets or at least keep the runs down, the Czechs. 139 for 7, 17, 3 overs left. Still got some overs from Sudesh if he needs it. Ritik Tomar's got a couple. But he'll hopefully stick with Clefane, at least for the next over. Might bring Sudesh back for the final one from that end. Everyone comes in. It's a big swing. There's a catch out there to Dylan Stain, who drops it.
Tough
He didn't
chance.
judge it very well. Didn't come in far enough.
Yeah, it died on him. Because he didn't come in far enough, did he? Another couple of steps in, he would have been on there, but spilled it unfortunately for Dylan.
He's a good fielder out there, Dylan. So
He's got a rocket arm, hasn't he? Absolute rocket when he launches.
This is in the air. There'll be another wicket for Ashokan, I think, and it won't be because Krunty really
He
misjudged that one with the wind.
Yep. I think that wind did take it over his head, but he never looked properly set though, did he?
Never looked set at all. I don't think their skipper will be too happy. That's 2 drop catches in 2 balls. And he's going for a hat-trick of drop catches. Maybe it's 3rd time lucky for him.
Let's have a look here. What
Bowling
can he
around the
do?
wicket, and this is a bit shorter. Drag down. Tree will pick it up. Just be a single. So bowled okay in this tournament has Ashokan. So spin is the key at the moment for the Czechs. They've really slowed this run rate down to a crawl. Just again hit down to that same man tree. Fumbles it, but they'll only take 1. So Luxembourg, they've been good this tournament. Not quite to the level, I think, of these other 2 teams. It's just unfortunate. They've been very competitive over the years, Luxembourg, and they've got the qualifiers coming up. I'm sure they'll improve. And, also with the unfortunate injury to Vikram. A bit underpowered with the bowling and also with the batting. It's going to be in the air, should be caught, 2 of them.
It only takes
call,
1.
I think Riddick Tomar takes the catch. Almost a collision. I think Samira saw him coming. And the tank takes a catch. Ashokan gets his 3rd. It's been good bowling from Ashokan.
Yeah, he's had a good couple of overs there, hasn't he?
Yes, and look, Sonny is getting another over, which is good to see.
Oh, good.
He's shaking his hand there. It's trying to get a bit of. It's been really cold wind. The sun's come out now, but for a leggy, you need your fingers to be working.
Yeah, and Sonny's been camped on that boundary out there for pretty much the whole innings, and I think it's fair to say he hasn't had a lot of work to do out there. So I can understand why he's missed a bit of the leather on the hand to sort of warm things up a bit. I can forgive him for having that first over that was a little bit wayward. So I'm hoping he can get some warmth, to get some blood going through the hands, and show us what he's capable of with a couple of good deliveries here.
Yeah.
Boost his confidence too for the young man.
Well, who's going to be a man of match, by the way? I feel like this. It's just changing the topic. Something popped in my mind.
Tough.
350s in the Czech innings.
Yeah, tough one.
And Sonny and was it 3 or 4, Vinky? I think it was 3.
Thought it was 3.
Krunty, there was Dylan, there was Sudesh.
Sudesh.
And Sudesh got it off 18 balls, which really pushed the game away from Luxembourg.
But Dylan got the Czechs off to a flyer with his half. A nice stable after the loss of Subwan Divisi as well.
But Krunty came in at number 3 and did a very good job as well.
It's a good shout for all 3, isn't
It's a
it?
better ball. And it's been hit under the leg side, and that'll be
That's
4.
4.
Well,
Oh, did he give up? I
it's,
thought he was over there. I thought he'd get it.
it's a better ball. It was a bit of a lusty hit there from Ankush Nanda. And I'd probably tip, if he keeps on putting him in that area, that Sonny will pick up his first international wicket very soon. It's a bit full outside off stump. And
It's a bit tough for the keeper there too, wasn't it? Very awkward.
well, it's called a wide.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that man of the match. I don't know what the chat thinks. If they've been sticking around with us through the first innings and this one, what do they think about man of the match? But yeah, throw a blanket over 4 or 5 players there.
It's not a bad ball. It's hit out towards Madaranga out there. Throws it back in, halfway down the pitch. Yeah, look, Arun's taken 3 wickets for 20 as well off his 3 overs. He got a few runs, did Arun as well towards the end of the innings. Maybe he'd be a shout as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Maybe 4 or 5 players in with a shout, definitely.
Got a shout there. Got a bit of turn there. He Bowler Clefane.
Yeah, I'm going to put my hat on Dylan. I'm going to say he for me, I think, the stability he put back into the innings after the early loss of Sabon Divisi, and I think he made 60 odd, 65 thereabouts. I think for me that's the man of match for me.
Say much the same with Cranty as well. It's a good partnership between the two, and Cranty was outscoring him for most part of that with a higher run rate.
It's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, it will be a tough one.
The umpires and scorers will confer after this innings finishes, and they'll give us the nod and tell us who. Be interested to see who they come up with there.
Look, Arun's a good shout, I think.
I think he's a good shout, yes.
3 wickets. I mean, I don't know if they were that vital in the context of the game. Good ball. This is going to be hit high.
Well, that's a spanking. It's gone off over the Austrian camp, waiting to come into the area as well. Lovely hit.
The spectator area. They're sitting in the grandstand.
They are. The grandstand's full. The grandstand's full again. Fantastic stuff.
We have capacity crowd here, even though they're the guys playing in the next match. But it's good to see they're in the spectator area.
That's nice hit there from Mandos.
Great.
Yeah, comes back from this.
Great strike.
Short, and couldn't quite get that away. Just be a single. So we've cried out to see Sonny bowl. You can see there's a bowler in there, maybe a little bit more experience at club level.
Yeah.
So for him to come back, I'm sure he'll have a bright future with the Czech team over many years.
But those 2 overs kind of feels like a bit of a baptism of fire there. He got taken apart a little bit. He was a bit wayward, but I think there's definitely a bowler there, and we'll look forward to seeing him again.
So it'll be
Last over coming up.
it's Shokin to take the final over.
So 49 runs needed off for Shokin's over. I can't see that happening. He's a bit too good a bowler for that. Depends on the wides, Venky. Wides and no balls.
Been hit onto the leg side by Nanda, who's doing pretty well. Here's Ankush Nanda. Strike rate of 260. Just a single though then. Brings Mohit Dixit back on strike. He's done okay. Just about to run a ball. 14.
Yeah, Luke Belgian jumping in St. Saul's set up for a tournament decider later on in the second game. It certainly is. That's exactly how it's panned out. And it's going to be a cracking game this afternoon starting at 3 o'clock.
It'll be interesting how the run rate pans out as well.
Yes,
And,
very much. We'll look at that during the match break.
This is in the air. He might take another one. Actually, Tree won't quite get there. Good effort. They'll look for 2. As that wind, that change of wind has brought back the odd agricultural smell from yesterday. It's pleasant.
Agricultural. I thought we'd decide. No, actually, no. We'll stick with agricultural, even though I think we pretty much know where the source is.
Not a very nice sauce either.
No, that's not something you want on your pies.
Let's just get a
Bosh.
long way, and it will be 6. Good effort from Dylan.
Oh,
Stein.
Dylan, effort, mate.
What have these two been all innings? It's a bit of lusty hitting towards the end of the innings here for Luxembourg. Put the score up a little bit. And this will affect the run rate for the Czech Republic as well. So, towards a tree down there. Should stop it. It does well. And look for 2. I'll come back for 2. This could be a run out. Oh, terrible bounce. He hit the edge of the pitch. Almost smacked Ushan in the face.
That was unexpected. That was like a dead set bouncer.
It wasn't a bad throw in from the boundary either from Tree. Would have been gone if Ushan had been able to take that. Comes Arun again. And this is hit straight back towards him. Gone past him. Looks to be a single. In fact, they look for 2. It's going to be a run out at the bowler's end.
Choose your run out. And that's where the innings finishes, that's where the match finishes, and that's where the tournament will finish for Luxembourg.
I hope so. Did they appeal? I'm sure they appealed. I didn't see a finger go up, but no. It's irrelevant.
I didn't know. Well, the 2 batsmen standing at the other end was like flip a coin to see who's going to take the bullet.
So, There was a run out at the end of the innings. And good victory there for the Czech Republic. Ended up 209, and Luxembourg 173. Valiant attempt. It's the highest score of the tournament, Luxembourg. Good effort, good lusty hitting towards the end, and by Nanda and also Mohit Dixit. But a good victory for the Czechs. It'll be all up to the final game of the tournament to see who wins it.
Yes, it's we're going to have to take a close look at that net run rate during the lunch break now to see what it's going to take for the Czechs to not only win over the Austrians, but also as to how much of a win they have to get in order for them to snatch the tournament out of the hands of the Austrians, who've been pretty much favourites since that first match on Friday morning.
It was a very, very close game between Austria and the Czech Republic the first time they met. 182 they scored, the Czechs and Austria. They chased it down with a couple of balls left.
They did.
Hoping for another good game. As Aaron Ashokan gives Sonny a big pat on the back for his efforts.
Yeah, keep your chin up, Sonny. Keep your chin up. He went for a few, but he got his first bowl in international cricket. He should feel good about that.
Yeah.
Handshakes all round from the Luxembourg and the Czech teams. Unfortunately, Luxembourg will leave this tournament winless.
Yeah, it's been good from them in parts, but just a little bit underpowered with that injury to Vikram.
Yeah.
And, no Tony Whiteman this year.
Yeah,
as well.
true.
So,
Yep.
but
We hope
Luxembourg they'll have to go back, as I said, winless. Long drive back to Luxembourg too. And,
Yeah, it's good to see he's coming over and thanking the scorers. And of course this guy as well. Thank you very much. And the rest of the teams are coming over to thank the scorers. They're such a good bunch of guys, and they've given us a wave as well while we're still here on the air.
yeah,
Great
nice,
stuff.
Nice touch from them.
They're a great bunch, aren't they? They're a wonderful bunch of guys. Cheers, guys. Thank you so much.
So I think
Yeah.
definitely.
Thank you.
Definitely the player of for Luxembourg for me, the best player of the Luxembourg team. I think for me has been Mohit Dixit.
Oh
So,
yeah. Oh,
the
totally
left
agree.
armer,
Yes. Fantastic
took
disket.
a fantastic catch this morning.
Did he?
in his,
That
early
screamer on the far boundary. Absolute ripper.
but also bowled very well throughout the tournament.
Yep.
So he's
Yep.
he's my man of the series for Luxembourg. Definitely. I don't know if there will be a man of the series for Luxembourg, but definitely he's just going to see who wins the man of the match for this.
Yeah.
It's a very tough one. Aaron Ashokan, I think, with
Stay with us, chat.
2 or 4 and some runs as well.
If the chat can stay with us for just another few seconds, we're watching the umpires conferring with the scorers over the man of the match decision.
Well, have a look at the
And we're
scorecard.
going to be looking at them to see what they're going to say. Who's going to be?
Samir Madaranga took a nice catch, took a couple of wickets.
Yep, the
Nabil
indicate.
Ahmed also in with a shot with a couple of wickets. But I think really for me it's, well, I don't know.
The early word from Sunil was there's 3 possibilities.
It could be Sudesh. I mean, he hit a 50 off 18, which really took the match away from from Luxembourg. And if you look at the score, actually, Luxembourg would have reached a total without that 50.
Would they?
So
Would have reached the total without Dylan's 50 as well.
Yeah, but it was off 18 balls, Phil.
Yeah, you know, this is where I've got a conflict, because that 50 off 18 was remarkable, and you could say that's the match-winning score. I completely agree with you, but I'm favouring Dylan only because they lost Subba early, who was the match player,
But how
and
do you
and
separate
he
him
and
from Kranti?
no, I agree. But what I'm trying to say though is he was an opener, and he did his job as an opener as well. He took him through to a point. Kranti came in at number 3, had a fantastic innings, which is why
On international debut, Phil.
throw a blanket over 3 players for who should take the man of the match. I don't know the answer, but
I don't know.
we're
I
going to
don't think
find
the
out
umpires know
very
either.
shortly, I reckon.
They're still discussing.
There may be some fisticuffs over as to who gets it. The umpires even haven't raised
There is
voices.
disagreement, actually, between all
There is
three
a
of them.
disagreement to the umpires, as much as Danny and I have a disagreement as to who should get it. I'm not sure.
Chat, help us out. Who gets the man of the match?
Who gets
I'll
it?
tell you what, there's-
Oh, it's
tell you
between
what,
Dylan and
more
Sudesh.
importantly, I hope there's a curry left for us.
Well,
Someone-
lunches, yes.
Darwin
There
Marble.
better be a lunch. I need to put my hands in something warm and gooey. Too descriptive? I think so too. Yeah, I'm going to put people off their lunches. I keep talking like
What
that.
is that agricultural smell?
Oh, something warm and gooey.
That's
Yes.
pretty warm and gooey.
Hang on, stay with us,
And,
folks.
well,
Decision.
We'll find out.
The judges
from
are making their
umpire Chris
decisions.
Tebb, I think, who'll.
We're waiting for the white smoke from the Vatican,
Sudesh.
and Sudesh
Yeah.
gets the nod. Yes,
Supercoach gets it right again.
Supercoach gets it right, and Filthy Phil G gets it
Oh,
wrong.
Chris Tebb's not happy.
Chris Tebb, who was your choice? He can't say.
Of course
But-
he can say.
But under his breath, he murmured Dylan. I know he did. He did. Yeah, the two other umpires are giggling. Yeah. I was. Yeah.
There you go.
Look, Dylan and Sudesh. Yeah, the umpires are telling us that they did such a good job. Yeah. So there you go, folks. Sudesh takes out the man of the match. Dylan a very close second. But, you know, Arun Ashrakan had a fantastic
Sunil's
game
confirmed
as
exactly
well.
what I said. Without
Yeah.
Sudesh's quick 551, Luxembourg would have beaten the score. Possibly not. They might have changed. They might not have given Sonny a bowl. They might have tried to.
If some
It was-
buts
it
as
was
to where
out
that
of-
would have
it was out
happened,
of
someone else could have
range
come
for
in and
them.
taken the run. Yeah, it's ifs and buts. But
Ifs
hey,
and
but
buts.
it is what it is. And we congratulate Sudesh on a wonderful innings, a quick fire 50, which took the game away from Luxembourg.
Well, Phil, look.
We're going to have to go in a minute because I really needed curry.
Have you got a curry today from
I
from
don't.
Mazadar?
I actually don't know. I can't remember what I did.
It was very good yesterday.
We'll see.
I think the same today. But there's a game coming up at 3 o'clock, and that will be the Czech Republic again. You'll see them just in this game. The very good victory.
That's
against
right.
Luxembourg, and they'll be playing hot Austrian side who had a narrow victory against them a couple of days, or yesterday. And
Yeah.
and it'll be a very, very interesting game. Hope you can join us for that game starting at 3 o'clock local time. And we'll see the decider.
It
There's
is.
all up to play for here with the
It
Czechs
is the
needing a
decider.
win. If they get the win, I think the run rate will probably, well, it depends. I think the Aussies maybe still have the better net run rate.
We have to have a look at those calculations during the lunch break. But
Yes.
yeah, we hope everyone can come back for us for the deciding match. You've been with us through the tournament thus far. You must stick with us for the next match, Austria versus Czech Republic, for the decider as to who lifts the trophy and gets the silverware at the end of the day today. Join Danny and myself, Phil G, in 3 o'clock, and we'll see you real soon.